guys are always ready. Nothing's gonna go wrong. We'll be fine.
I come into like 1 out of every 10 sessions ready.
Well, and I guess we'll see how this one lands. How you doing, Iz?
Doing pretty well.
Good.
Had the
You didn't
repairman
get
come
sick.
by.
That's
No,
good.
thankfully not. Almost got struck by lightning, it felt like. Shit was crazy.
Yeah, jeez, dude. It was right
That's the
above me,
first-
too. It was intense. And then I heard that in the parking lot down the street, there was a couple cars that got hit. So it was pretty intense today.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I was surprised. This is the first decent thunderstorm I've seen since I've been in California.
Oh, really? It's
And
super
it's
sunny here in
serious,
Washington.
yeah. No, we rarely get stuff like this. This was a shock to us all.
I really wish we had more thunderstorms where I'm at. I love them.
Thunder.
It used to be like a daily thing almost in New Mexico.
Damn, that's rough.
Oh no, yeah, I love desert thunderstorms.
Yeah, it was dry. It never rained, but you'd have the thunder just pass over, and you're like, "Oh, that's cool," and it'd be gone like maybe an hour, half hour later.
Crazy. What? Still not back to beer. It better be good beer. Like, I imagine he's like the guy who goes and gets like a Corona and forgets the lime. No, he probably drinks hard.
I should have gotten some beer. I regret not doing it now.
I had some really good hard cider when I was in England.
Oh,
It was amazing. It was like one of their like local breweries near London, and they had this amazing like berry one. And I had a whole pint of it, and it was just the best.
it was like a fermented berry.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
like it was like a bunch of berries too, so it was just like a great kaleidoscope of flavors.
Oh, look at that word, kaleidoscope.
Are we allowed to use such words?
Oh, he just kaleidoscoped this scenario. Good luck, guys.
Kaleidoscope.
You regularly use the word celestial orrery. That's like the most complicated word I think I know.
Is it?
That's on the list.
I feel like Shio is Dark Age of technology, but is the old ones.
Is
The
if I
Necron.
can think it, it'll work. See, it just works as you slap the machine on the butt and out spews fire. You know?
40k psyker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
For
don't
real.
understand. It just works for me every time.
Yep. You know, I actually had that effect for a guy in my old live group before everything went into COVID. And he actually plays in the Monday team. But he had a character named Goblin Cleaver. And we used the 40k belief rule. So when he had his allies near him, he was had like a +5 to his attacks. But then when he was alone, all of that was gone. But then he had bonus attack damage against only goblin type enemies. And we eventually ended up in a snowy area at a massive tower, and he was there to kill one specific goblin. And he ended up going into the tower solo. And the team on the outside was throwing fireballs at the top, knocking the entire building down. But he didn't know because he was Goblin Cleaver, a big, just barbarian guy. And he runs in there, and goblins are just raining down upon him. And he's like, "Oh, I did it!" And all proudness and everything. As he literally just walked in, and goblins are just falling to their death. He didn't hit a single one, but he took full claim for it because none of his allies were nearby. It was one of the best scenes we had ever ran with that kind of concept. And then his power just grew. Everyone got a buff for it, whatnot. It was the only time I actually allowed something like that because I was like, "That's way too powerful." I was like, it got way too out of hand real quickly. So,
Did you ever play any of the 40k tabletop games, like Rogue Trader or anything?
No, I always wanted to, just didn't ever have the time.
I'm making a cabinet, but there was I had a group I was running once, and they had a psyker, and whenever you'd mess up or use his staff, he would open a portal to hell, but they would never ever go back to the same place. So they just keep opening these portals to hell everywhere. And just never went back. And then it kept saying it's just weird. There's Inquisition ships just keep showing up every time you leave. And they're like, huh, weird. Didn't even think about it.
Wow, that's so bad. I love it. I love it. That's good. Think on that one.
Oh man, the shenanigans they got up to, just blew my mind. I loved it.
I do like the 40k rule set and the vibe of it. I have at least understood it, but man.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother world. I do love a lot of its mechanics.
Yeah.
Just a heads up for you guys, because Seg's here. Hey, Seg, you're always muted, but you never say hi. You just kind of pop in and listen and do things. I don't know. But you guys are totally jumping right into combat right after we kind of get our warm-up opener with weapon and whatnot. Just letting you guys know if you want to start thinking what you could possibly do in this room.
Run away!
Gosh, if we only knew how we got in here.
Guys, we're at the center. We shouldn't be here. Not yet.
I'm right where we need to be. I don't understand.
Well, in some ways, more than one. I'll give you guys the quick recap of what happened last week. Web always forgets, so it doesn't really matter. You guys popped in from the Web Weaver's Sandrio tree of things and realized that this was not just that. It was bigger than that. Did you clarify in all domain to them anything, or was it just everyone just said it's your horn? I think that's kind of like where it was settled. I don't know if it was like clarified.
I don't
in any other way. I know we all said it was just your horn. What do you know, Shio? Yeah, well, that's what I think that's all we said though. So you guys all were upon that of Iz's horn, whatever that really comes out to mean, be or a fraction of what it is. Nonetheless, you all went back into your vessel, your temporal scrap machine that has allowed you guys to get quite further than, well, a couple space years away from Strixhaven. Robber, who was a accidental find, but successful at aiding in the vessel in which you have and need massive amounts of guidance for, has able to allow you all to travel in a way of ease. However, you have came across your first, what is understood as the Phyrexian Bolt Stronghold device. Shio poked in and used one of his features. In doing so, he got quite a glimpse. He saw an entire write-up of what had previously happened in a very similar and a very mirrored and a very sister, twin, brother, cousin, kind of all the same resemblance scenario. These are built, but built by who? These contain very dangerous things. Things inside protecting it are equally as potentially dangerous. Though you are only in the center of this, and whatever in the center of this seems to now have some kind of eruptive greeting and or now your arrival. With it, I will ask you all to take a moment. I know I have received one answer, but the rest of you failed to return what one could call, well, a comfort. Shio's was alchemy. Where does that leave the other three? So you may discuss it aloud with each other, but you three do have to decide one before we continue forward. Wep, what did you get to drink? Don't disappoint me.
Heineken.
I fucking was close, guys. I should have guessed more New Yorker. God, I said Corona and you forgot the lime, but Heineken is no better.
And you forgot the lime. Also, I sent you mine.
See, you finally speak, and now you got something rude to say? Gosh. Raise your hand next time. Fuck, man. This alumni shit's out of control.
Also, I did have something to say earlier. I had a comment about Iz's Desert Thunderstorm.
Yeah, when did you send me yours?
I DM'd it to you right after session.
Really? You want to go look? I see the last thing I see is 5:27:25.
Are we going to run back the tape?
Let me check.
Really? Here,
Really?
He probably sent it to someone randomly and they just didn't respond.
Oh, 6:7. So the Benzavis. You don't say a word though, right? What the fuck?
I don't say a word.
Wait, where is it? Where do you say it?
Well, you said it had there had to be.
Oh, I see. I get it. You broke it into three. It was supposed to be one thing. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, souls. Souls is the comfort, but the boon of the souls.
Oh, you wrote up. Yeah, dude. He wrote me a whole haiku, guys. Jesus, this is why I did not understand. I said, send me a comfort. And this guy's like, Seg is starving, so he has souls on his mind. That one does not fit anything I asked for, so I'm already confused. The boon is the obvious power that souls provide. Okay, if I maybe read into it, I could have followed along, but I skipped it after the first sentence. The neutral is that Seg cares, etc., and the bane is, etc. But I was like, oh man, that was way more than me looking for a simple answer. So I apologize. You did send it.
no,
Now I
that-
got to put it into one, but I got you, souls. Okay. I got 2 out of the 4 of you. That means 2 of you got to decide what it is.
Where was his homework? I didn't even see like a.
This was at the end of session when I
Dang.
told you guys to think about a comfort.
Oh, that might be why
That's
Iz
fine.
didn't submit his because he left a
Oh
little
yeah,
early.
he dipped. That makes sense. See, now Iz is just causing all kinds of problems in parallel. But Wep, I knew you forgot. So
My comfort is that joint that I found.
beautiful. Love it. Love it. That'll work. And for you, Iz, you may take a moment to consider such.
And it was supposed to be something that gives us comfort.
It's a comfort, a hindrance, and a helper. One thing that is all those things, but at different periods, times, or all together.
Oh, so definitely weed.
That's why I said it's perfect.
Aw.
Shio still has a bunch of joints he made from that time. Iz grew us plants.
Yeah, that's true.
Certified is weed.
Certified is.
I still
shit's
got some
laced.
of Bernie's weed too.
Is will go with knowledge.
Don't
He
smoke
is
anything
nerd.
that Iz gives you. That shit's laced.
We absolutely are college students. We're just carrying weed constantly, hoping we don't get caught by our.
Yes. Spread
Oh,
it
I-
around.
If Is grew it,
Oh, I'm
he'd know
sorry.
it's
I thought
good.
this was legal.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right. Got you guys' answers. Now,
What did they win, Johnny?
we're going to find out, but not right away. You guys were in a room in which this massive, unannounced to you at the immediate moment, a firing brazier rises in blue flames in a way that leaves speckles of plumes of little night-lit fireflies burning out into nothing. Immediately, Iz and Shio know that this is not fire. It is raw Feyrez. Sag and Wep, you don't realize it's Feyrez, but both of your bodies begin to glow in whatever color you choose.
I'd like to touch it, assuming that it's fire because of my resistance.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Could we make a save to try to like stop him, like a dex save or?
You
I
are
have to
across
touch the
the room.
fireflies.
Iz,
You
stop
probably
him!
wouldn't see him actually approach it because the thing's that big.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna touch the fireflies.
Don't you want to know
Um,
what'll happen? Aren't you
okay.
curious?
We already know what will happen.
Ow! It doesn't burn.
What immediately just lights up. And with that, he is going to be there, but not be there. You can no longer hear your allies, but you're present. You're physically trapped. And I am going to run out and get my delivery real quick. You guys may now come up with the next grand idea, but the next one to touch it has to roll. You are all
I
witnesses.
recommend no
Be
one
right back.
touches it.
They also can't hear you. So no recommendations.
Why are you ignoring me, guys?
Okay, so Web just fucking died. Maybe don't touch the flame.
Am I a body or am I just my like spirit is gone?
I
You're-
think you're incorporeal now.
Yeah, you're a lich, so you're good.
Oh, so I can still hear you, buddy.
Oh yeah, walkie-talkie.
I don't know, can you?
I mean, he's just incorporeal. It's not like his brain turned off.
Depends on the type of incorporeal. If he's ethereal, he's on a different plane.
I thought we could mind talk to each other across planes.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
thought
Yeah,
that was.
ours isn't like a distance thing; it's a brain thing.
I will have to clarify that because we should clarify
Samesies.
how far the mental link between you and me is.
God, is that you?
No.
I am not in your head. I'm in Iz's head. And there's so many war crimes he's keeping suppressed.
Well,
You
since
can't
I
all fit in the
exist in
book.
all realities, I've done them all. But I never
Infinite crimes.
The book is just like the surface. Web. There's so
It's the
many in
first
here.
volume.
And they're all justified. Except this one
Okay.
against the janitor. I don't
Against
know
the what?
janitor did. A janitor.
Oh, right. Bad ideas. Bad ideas. What do we got?
we wanted to clarify if Seg could still hear Wep.
Ooh. I don't know that one. I'm gonna be real honest. Well, let's both roll a D100, Seg.
Got it.
Roll off. You have to roll higher than I do.
Roll off.
Ooh.
Roll off.
Get him, brain, bro.
I win. You try to pierce into it. You don't hear Wep, but you do hear something. Let's go to secret order. Seg.
What, me? Oh, me. Oh no.
Good luck.
Hmm.
Spitballing an idea. Does Tempos, that book that we replicate, have anything about it?
It would only have anything about it if Tempos made this place. Maybe? I don't think we have all of his records.
So I'm trying to remember. We got here and we're supposed to open the vault. Maybe?
We're doing a heist, man.
We didn't know the vault was here, but Shio
One more
did
heist
share
and then we're out.
that an entity on the level of loot is sealed here. And that there are vaults like this scattered across the battlefields, designed for sealing loots. Like they're all identical, but they're like boxes is, but big.
So, previously, I've used Fayrez as a power source. So, we're looking at a giant power source that might be keeping it contained, so we just got to get rid of the Fayrez.
We might want to find out what's sealed here first, though.
Nah, we can always put it back in later, right?
Not if we don't have the Fayrez on hand.
Oh, that's not.
Can you capsulate it somehow?
It's called a Thyrexian.
Knock, knock.
In a not living creature?
No.
Like, can you just like stuff it in your bag or something?
I might be able to absorb it.
Can I come back before you fucking close my door?
Wep, your ears pop. You hear like this snapping fixation where your ears are, and then you hear a "That's better," and then like a catch as if they even made a mistake yet again, and then hear silence. You look around briefly and confused. Seg.
Buddy? Buddy, can you hear me? Where are you?
Seg, I heard another voice. I don't know where I am. I'm here. I didn't leave, but everyone's gone.
I'm
You
gonna...
then see the glow slowly fade off of him, and
Buddy.
you are now adjoined, one could say.
Oh, so it didn't kill him.
No.
Oh, he
No,
lives
that's
in
just
a
that out loud.
gym.
Seg,
It looks
fun
kind of
idea?
like your... the place he lives looks kind of like your office is, except he's drunk all the time.
Oh, so he
Well.
has remorse.
I mean, theoretically, how much alcohol would it take to make Iz drunk? Like what, like a thimble?
A sippy cup.
A sippy cup might be too much.
My sippy cup of gin.
You are always knocking it over all over those papers, and then the papers come to life to kill you.
Yeah. Yeah. Knowledge is a
It's like-
double-edged sword.
Seg, what happens if we try to eat this thing? It's not fire, I know that now.
Well, before we try absorbing it, why don't we find out what it's doing? Like it's in like the middle of what looks like a sigil, right? So let's
All right, you can ask the weird fire some questions before we eat it. All right.
I mean, that's probably for the best. Shio wants to investigate the markings to see if maybe there's something like a warning or if it's a spell. Just trying to evaluate it.
Okay. You may decide if you do a Arcana check or an investigation. You find yourself kind of attuning with the immediate air around you. Its meta sense and its physical form doesn't really have a capture, doesn't have a concentrate, doesn't have a focus. It's non-existent before you, but you see this flame. Something is providing its existence here, would be a great way of putting it. It's like where you try to figure out a scenario. How do we get this to an impossible location? And someone goes, oh, I know, I've got a thingamabobber. And that thingamabobber does the trick.
I told you to put it in your bag.
This is a very, 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 very misunderstood thingamabobber. And it is acting in ways that you do not understand. With the 26, what you do grasp is that it does have massive grooves along the floor and markings that have clearly showing you a sense of a multi-pointed pent of a shape. Now, have you taken the time to adhere to the number of points on the outside or any other statistical points or purpose to the room that you're in this period without me giving you
a dodecahedron?
Well, it's a 16, but yeah.
16 points. Looks kind of like a...
Okay, now do the math. 16 points, there's 4 of you. What could it be? What are they also all doing?
Well, we're standing on the points.
Go ahead.
Shio, we're all in a formation. Look who's not in formation.
Well, I can't move.
Damn it, Shio, you're supposed to know these things.
I know. See, now we're in a formation.
But now we're in a ritual.
All right, now everybody grab a corner and lift.
All right, and lift.
Something else is keeping it here, though.
Scoot.
So it's ritual circle.
There's 16 corners, 4 of you present. What are all of them doing? Think of a civilizations or a 4X based system or a relationship ... or a etc. 16 points are all doing what?
They're all providing a fully encapsulated box around the center point.
Ooh, guys, I gave you guys like everything, and I got a
Fucking
flame
pointing.
box that's
They're
capsulated.
pointing.
A flame box. That's the answer I was given. I love it, Shio. That's a new one. I'm gonna create an item, the flame box, and it's gonna be a trap. I love it. Created by Shio, guys. Yet again, he's done it again. I wonder how we get here.
Flame box. That sounds awesome.
It does. And what it's going to do is going to be terrifying, though. Okay. No, it is not filleting, but it is doing a lot of things that I guess could be that. Seg, take a crack at it. You're the alumni. You could do a history at advantage because you got that kind of stuff. Jeez. Louise. I swear to God, you guys. What level are we? Like, do I have to take levels away? Maybe you'll roll better. Like, damn.
Oh, that ain't gonna help. We need plus 30 so we can actually roll above 10.
For real,
For
you gave
real?
me like weird items that give me advantage on shit, and I still can't fucking roll anything.
I know.
It all comes down to our base stats at this point. Like, if our base stats were higher,
IV's sucking. You're all just really bad Pokemon, okay? We got the shittiest bunch that just survived.
I know we have really good in certain stats, but like in other stats,
You're
we
the
lack.
niche team. You're the niche team for sure. That victory train.
Everything we're
man,
good
it's
at,
still
we
going.
roll garbage.
I mean, Shio's charisma alone is super high.
Oh man, you're the one that misses all the time, but when you finally hit it, it's insta KO. Yeah, that for sure. What was that? 30%
Dude, I have like
chance?
a fucking plus 12 on my charisma. I still can't roll past like a fucking 15.
Hey, that's my point. It's a you guys issue. All right, Web, we're now down to you, man. What skills are you going to bring to this scenario to help solve this before we go to Iz with the math? What do you got for us, Web?
They are pointing. They're pointing at stuff.
Gosh, I wish I had something that could let me see stuff.
Let's use that blindfold that I
That's
might
super
have
useless
still.
item that has never been helpful all campaign. Ever.
It's helpful every single
Ever.
time, and I refuse to use it. It looks better as like a waistband.
It's a key prop, okay? You pop it on, and you, man, talk about a reunion. Who said we were going back in time? But there is everybody else that's not here right now.
I want to touch the fake fire again.
Oh, there's 16 past companions.
Well, it's not 16 past companions if there's 4 of you still. But you touch the fire again with the blindfold on. There is no fire. Odd. You go and you're like, you see everybody,
But the people are
but
still
you see
there.
no fire.
Huh.
With the blindfold on, yes.
Are they being cryptic? Are they like having a party? Or taking a nappies?
They are at each corner, facing internally, in which where a lot of you would all be. They are
Are there
not
any
animate.
points?
It's almost like
not-
they're statuesque in a pose, more like a frozen fragment. This ching, and placed it in its one place in which it now belongs. You have not seen these faces since they departed. You never understood where they went. Very, very few of them even died. In fact, when one died, Shio sent him to heaven, and here it is. That makes a lot of sense.
I remember that battle.
Yeah,
I sent
he
him
didn't
to
even
my
die. You know, at the end of the day, he was
The
just
Valkyrie took him to heaven.
he was just like, let's get him off the screen, but he didn't die, DM. We got this, you know, and bam, here he is. It's kind of getting questionable now, Web. Fuck. How did this one get by
It's
you?
been questionable. We've started ignoring it.
Now the bigger question is why are all of them and only 4 spots empty? And of
Okay, so
that,
there are points in.
correct. And with that, why are you all focused on this lock, this vault, this mechanism? What on earth could all of you have done together?
Because it said so.
A ceiling.
It's my
Why?
job description.
That's the problem.
We've
It's
done
my job
everything
description.
When was the last time we were apart? We've done everything together.
You're my crutch.
I'd like to definitely identify which ones are empty.
Okay. EPs. 1 second till I mark it. Boop. Right. Boop.
See, I was closer to the right spot last
Bam.
time than I was.
You don't know
now.
that. You don't know that.
True.
I'll send
So,
your
yeah,
ass to
in
the farthest one.
In fairness, Web, it comes to you like ley lines. You're like, oh, this makes total fucking sense. It's a relationship, Web. It's each of your relation to each other, each of you coming into contact with each other at some point in some parallel to lock whatever the fuck is in here away. What on earth was it?
I
If the
would
4 of
never
you,
have put that together.
if the 4 of you went from level 1 to level 20 together, and you traveled at least with 12 other characters that were played by other individuals that eventually faded in some way or another, and yet had a purpose in locking something. What do any of you recall facing every single time with the assumed every single previous party member that is no longer here?
Mage Hunter. The Orcry, maybe.
Mage Hunter is absolutely correct. Now, why would that still be around if you guys locked something up?
Because Iz keeps making more.
So then what did you lock away?
Did you lock away an army of loyal mage hunters in here, Is?
I wouldn't lock away loyal ones.
No, that'd be the point, is they all keep going rogue, so you just make them and throw them in here.
Is that where they came from?
Just an entire dimension of them.
Like your
Is this a new
Vols.
production facility?
A mage hunter fucking civilization.
That's unnecessarily scary.
You don't know for sure. Honestly, we don't know yet. But what's about to
All
happen
I am
next
for
is
certain
you're gonna
sure is
suck.
that it is his fault.
Oh god, could you imagine if I have to go in there and say hi? Look, it's our creator who threw us into the abyss. Yeah, my bad
Father!
guy.
It's something like that. Everything begins to get a little colder, a little less friendly, a little less warm. Everything gets gloomier. Everything gets darker.
I mean, if I
Everything
put them
begins to
away,
fade.
they're
No thanks,
definitely
I'd rather
gonna
go to the
be taken
beach.
care of.
Everything begins to sink. You
Oh, shit.
hear chanting, Om, Bun, Poison, One, Oben, One, Zuin, Lan, Goben, One.
Ooh,
Does
it's a
anyone
countdown.
speak deep speech?
I don't even speak dragon.
That's true. We discovered that.
If no one speaks deep speech, I could cast a spell to understand it.
How long does it take?
I thought I
you to
did, but I
cast
actually
that spell?
cannot.
Let's see. It says it's a level 1 spell.
If it's an action, that's 6 seconds. I'll allow it because the chanting goes no longer than that. If it takes like a minute, that's where we're gonna, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, it takes an action.
Thermatology, so he can catch it.
As you, okay, I see what you're saying there, Whip. As you cast it and you finally trigger it in. Now I'm not typing this because you're the only one hearing it, but you can share it in your own words right after. Okay, it's that easy. You get a single telephone usage. Understood?
One telephone.
Okay. The cleric, the gaunts, the vulture, the sins, the heresies, the successes, the fallout, the cleanse. It's repeated then at that point.
Okay. So they're chanting specific words, guys. It's the ones I caught was the gaunt, the vulture, the heresies, the fallout, the cleanse, the successes, I believe. But those were the phrases I was able to glean from the chanting.
That sounds like a lot of religious stuff. Did we lock away your failures down here?
You know,
So like you to fucking fuck the blame.
I always thought boxes were too small. You could lose
I
them too
love
easily.
that. That's a great phrase, Whip. God damn, that's a good one.
If this is my failure, then it might be Phyrexian mage hunters.
Oh, you
That's all
made
you
them?
can think of. That's the worst thing you could think of. God, you guys are so kindergarten. What's going on here? You guys
Phyrexians
have
are
treated the world whores. I have shown you the worst of the worst, and then you
Hey.
guys made him worse, sir. You guys took a player and made him into a whole different creature. Like, you guys are monsters. Without even
That
using mud and
aberration,
clay
I'm not
somehow.
gonna lie, will haunt me forever. We could have avoided all of that.
But at the end of the day,
And then we
the
released it and
simplest you
left.
think of is A and B plus together. Like, come on, Shio. Think
We-
bigger.
We're just living our traumas, that's all.
Did I?
Right. You're bleeding them slowly.
I might have sealed an idea here. If there's anywhere you can seal an idea like loot, it's the battlefields. But if I seal the
Ooh.
idea of a mage hunter,
No, wait, hold on. What if there's a worse idea back there then? Don't do this. Please don't do this.
But
Learn
we
from our
have-
past.
Seg, can you give me a history check at triple advantage?
Guys, when did we ever fix anything?
What you succeed.
When did we ever fix anything? Please
There's an
don't do
elven
this.
Seg out there that's kicking in that accuracy. You're welcome.
What? What is triple advantage? Do I just roll
And you roll
advantage?
three
Roll normal
d20s.
again?
Yeah, you would need the elven trait, but you can
Guys,
roll
we
one
could
more
just
d20.
pretend that we were never here.
You suck with that one. That's just bad. Jesus.
Ooh,
I
nat
mean,
20.
finally, we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
There we go. We go from a median to a hit. All right, on a nat 20, Seg,
Valedictorian.
this is meta to everybody else. Seg, there's no way for you to convene all of these details, but you get the gist that... Let me just figure out. I need to take out some of the details. Okay, so it's not Shio's burden. It's not Iz's burden. It's not Web's burden. But none of them know that.
I'm pretty sure.
So if any of us had a bad thing that we might have forgotten, we might have experienced too many times in the dark, but being alive for so long and almost indefinitely now forever in the future makes you forget what death was once like, perhaps we might have a secret that we don't even know to share. Everyone in the
it's
group.
nobody's
Oh, go ahead.
problem.
What is that?
Also, it's nobody's problem.
Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. You got a hunch, but it's one of those tip of the tongues you just can't. On a nat 20, you know you are involved. You're not the only one, but you absolutely are involved. And maybe one of the three are, and maybe some of the other previous 12 were. But what's more important is that none of you, for the first time, like you said, could be blamed, but it was that big of a threat that it had to be this way.
Yo, he's fucking gaslighting us. You heard? He's like, all right, it's kind of all your fault.
No, it's not you four at all. But
just because
Seg
you
was there.
didn't stop doesn't mean it's
no, you
not your
stopped it.
fault
This
because
is
you
how
were
you
a
stopped it.
bystander.
You succeeded, but now you guys are seeing what was taken from you. You guys were all... Remember, almost everything we've done has explained that each of you existed pre is forgetting everything. You understand that, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to also emphasize to y'all, we couldn't stop He's resistant to like everything.
Totally fair. Totally fair. Not
Except
my
my
fault, but
boo.
totally fair. With that statement, though, and plus the fact that we have established that the three of you have already been around pre-is even being Oracle driven, but with that, you guys already had to fight something that you couldn't beat. No one said it was the Phyrexians that you couldn't beat, but it was the Phyrexian war that you kept losing.
What was that bone thing that we fought?
We're thinking. We got gears running.
Come on, Shio, I need you to step up. Know what I'm talking about. That bone thing.
Bone thing.
was
Give me a little
huge.
more time context. Like, when was this?
We were on like a cliffside. There was like this big bone monstrosity. It like ate gods or something like that.
I'm imagining Zootopia, and you're at the nudist, whatever the fuck yoga thing, and you're that guy that's like answering all the questions when the elephant doesn't have any of the answers. And
I
choose
think
the
we were
elephant.
on a rescue mission.
Do you know how little
Pretty sure.
that is?
We never go on rescue missions.
We rescue people all the time.
Yeah,
We
that's kind
saw
of true.
this creature. It was like the only creature. It was in a desert. There was like a river. It was fucking huge, and it was scarier than a mage hunter.
I'm starting to remember more of it.
Shio, history check. Go for it. Whips feeding the noodle. I mean, if it hasn't been clear, I've used the entire history of this campaign to punish you guys in the
We've
future.
only seen them a couple of times, and every time they were terrifying.
Shio, let's fuck to a quick secret.
Good luck, Shio.
What the fuck was that thing?
Oh, I couldn't remember.
I remember we were using the cliff for darkness because it like couldn't see us in the dark or some shit like that.
I'm actually drawing a blank on that. Like a complete blank. That's
Yeah, I remember the map basically was like a fucking desert, and there's just a river cutting through the middle. And from the right side, this giant fucking creature came from. And it was just like a bone creature. Like, it was just bones. Like, we were talking about it eating us, but we were like, but it would just drop us because it's just bone.
I remember we fought a bone dragon at one point.
It wasn't a dragon. And
No.
we've seen a couple of them. What the fuck was it called?
I feel like we need like a historical like library of like tomes. It'd be like, yes, this will be on tome 1, page 235.
I remember I wanted to capture it for the menagerie,
Uh-huh.
but then Steg fought it, and it did like massive damage to him, and we were like, nope, this is now a retreat mission.
We regret our decisions and retreat.
Steg, where the hell were we, dude?
God, I don't remember. God, I know. What
You
you're
remember
talking
that
about
thing?
now.
Yeah, that
Fuck.
skeleton thing came out, and it did massive damage to you, so we were like, all right, we got to get the fuck
Oh,
out of here.
shit.
We were on like the south side of the river, and they were on like the north side of the river.
Oh yeah, fuck. What was that thing?
Oh, was this... Okay, I think I know which one you're talking about.
I think there was like a golem there too, or some shit.
Was this one where we were fighting the two powerful individual guys and there was that big thing?
This thing appeared, and it wanted to eat something that we wanted to save, or something like that.
Oh, man.
Who did we want to save? It was a dragon guard or something. It was an actual fucking dragon. At first, we wanted to kill the dragon until we saw the giant creature try to kill it. And then we tried to buff the dragon because we couldn't even fight the thing it was fighting.
Oh, you mean the skeleton Taras?
That thing, probably.
Well, I thought we solved that one in the last one, didn't we?
But where did it come from? Like, if it's a subordinate and that strong.
I don't know, man. Tarasques are usually like functions of the universe. I don't know if it's a subordinate to anything.
Because I remember I was like, yo, we're taking this home with us. And then it like fucking hit you. And we were like, nope, we're getting out of here. And I'm not going near it.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think that the Tarasque was like a subordinate of anything.
So essentially,
So it might be even more dangerous if it has no mind. Just
Yeah.
consume and destroy.
goodness. Well,
Oh, well, consume and destroy is the
Obviously it doesn't
Maybe.
worship anything, right?
I guess unless it's the Mage Hunter thing that we let live on that spaceship forever ago. And now it and the Hive are back to kick our ass.
That would make a lot of sense. We did find other like mage hunters. One almost ate me. It was like the one session you turned a little late for. I like kicked in the door. I was like, fuck it, we're going in. And then it just like was there waiting for me. Fucking wrapped me up like a spider, brought me home. Either way, it was gonna give me dinner or I was gonna be dinner. I don't know.
Can't believe I'm not remembering this.
What, the
This fish-
stress? You something about that?
No, I remember the Tarrasque. We were fighting the dragon on that one.
Yeah,
Originally,
wasn't
yeah.
And the spaceship. It was like our first big space thing.
What else do we run into that we usually fucking run from, though?
Just
I mean,
the
there
tree.
was fucking forever ago.
Yeah, I
there
guess
was
it's a
that,
big enough tree, right? That's that spider tree. We're like, yeah, let's get out of here. Wait, what did we just fight? at that spider?
Nothing. I don't think there was combat at the spider.
There was, remember? Something else was with it.
Oh god, I don't remember.
We were like, we're fighting the tree, right? And something else came out.
Well, I don't know if we were fighting the tree. I think it was just kind of there. But the tree was eating us. Well, the is tree.
So
Wasn't
Yeah.
there a creature with the is tree?
I only remember the spider.
Yeah, the spider was a friendo. I feel like we're pretty good at containing big threats. Is it the Vamsters?
I don't think we've ever put them away. They just kind of are.
Spread, yeah, they just are now.
Yeah. I mean, if it was them, you think I'd be like, oh yeah, we need to.
But haven't we already needed to? We just won't because it's just too many.
Well, it's just kind of like one of those things. Is it worth my time? You know, there's other people who can save their realities. You know, we don't need to solve everything.
As someone who's met the other is, I want just to let you know, you were like the worst.
I'm trying to save the bigger picture.
You're trying to not inconvenience yourself.
I can only be in 16,000 places at once. Come on now.
It takes a village.
See, all I'm hearing is you want me to split time again so I can solve more issues. That's what I'm getting. I'll
more
do it.
is more problems.
It is for every problem. Man, I'm thirsty. Let me just break reality. It just shows up with a glass of water.
Damn, no ice cubes. Let's do it again.
Time just gives up. Time can't take the pressure.
Fresh start. Black hole. Fresh start.
No fresh start. We're doing this fucking shit live.
Fuck it. Do it live.
Ah, it's bothering me. Bone thing.
What's bothering me is all these extra fucking lines.
If he hadn't said anything, I don't think I'd ever figure this one out. I'd be like, yep, it's squares.
Dude, for real. Now I'm like actually looking at hieroglyphics.
No, that makes sense for Iz. He'd be sitting there trying to figure out math, and it's like, it's symbolic is. What does that mean?
Yeah, like it makes sense to Iz. It just doesn't make sense to anyone else.
Oh, it's the opposite. Is can't figure it out because it is symbolic. Is is literal.
Can't figure it out because it's written in dragon.
No, I definitely would have left an instruction book for myself.
How to relearn your native tongue? It would be written in dragon.
Dragonese.
Dragonese. How to speak dragon written in dragon.
Written by Iz.
Full circle.
I had to teach myself how to speak dragon again.
Well, it would be because you wrote it. You made the language.
Oh, that'd be even dumber.
Exactly. It's like, I'll never understand this. Who wrote this? Oh, I wrote this.
It's like someone just made this shit up. Or it'd be really easy. It's like, man, if I was to make up a language, this is exactly how I'd do it.
This is almost like every other language. Oh god, I really hope Shio comes back with some answers and not more questions.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do not have a great memory, so I'm gonna have a hell of a time if I'm supposed to remember.
Dude, remembering the Triassic just took me like a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
My brain is now soup.
I'd love to remember better than I do, but I don't.
Me too, but the work is just too much.
Yeah.
Fucking like puzzles, games, and shit all day. Like I want to like play race games and stuff. Coordination over memory.
Yes, memories. I've have those.
I have those.
About people and things.
I was born once.
Yeah, that happened, I think. At least the evidence would imply that I do.
I have birth above. Wait.
I'm just gonna choose to interpret that every day is my birthday.
Can't prove it's not.
Yeah.
Back.
She was probably down there like, I don't know what's going on.
You just wrote these lines. You didn't explain any of them.
Yeah, he was like, what are the lines, guys? And I'm like, square?
You've never seen a square before?
I mean, is this a trick question? I don't understand.
You take one square, you put down another square, then you put down another square, then you put down another square. One note, just notice that those lines don't explain shit of. 3 of the 4 points are connected.
Are they?
Yeah, they're on the same square. All but the very bottom one. The really bottom X is on the adjacent square.
I don't even see how they're different. I don't. I'm drawing a blank
So,
here.
look at a 90-degree angle from X to X to X. And then notice that the other one's not on that line.
Oh, there's 2 not on that line.
No, just the one that you're on right now is not on that line. See how it makes a perfect L from X to X to X?
Oh. What am I missing?
Top one, bottom left one to far right one is a perfect L. They're all in the same box.
Oh. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the shape is 4 boxes. That utmost bottom one is not connected.
Utmost. Yeah. So that one's just by itself. That's what
That
you're
one, exactly. Yep, you got it. I don't know if
So
that's
we
anything significant, but
saying. So we just got to rotate it by, what is that going to be? 120 degrees, I want to say? Because that's going to be 90 divided by...
like 30 degrees? 30 degrees?
Now 30, 60, 90 be...
It would be a super acute angle.
And
Because it's
deeper.
only going a notch.
And
Oh, unless you're trying to get to the other side, yeah.
And deeper.
Is
and
this going to
deeper.
try to break your allegory with math?
Yeah, for real. We're doing math over here.
As you guys do intense math, Shio finally collapses to his knees briefly, almost in a.
Oh, shut up, Shio. We got this.
Oh, you show off! Oh, look at me! I had a vision of the futures. Shut up! No one
Fucking-
cares.
Stop being a drama queen.
Remembering the past.
All right, fine. You guys summon the fucking four then. Shio just sits down by the door. He tries the door. He
Yeah.
tries the door to leave.
You can't leave.
That's not how this Dragon Guard works.
I mean, don't you know how shit talking works? It's like, man.
You
Shio's just
walk
facing
in
you back.
and you keep going, and you realize, whoa, you're actually in the facility. You didn't think you could. Oh, that's right. You know why. If you understand why. Now for a conversation.
Oh, you know why.
But I'll message you in case you really don't understand what I'm telling you.
Okay.
You know why.
Let me find you first. Gosh. I wait
Don't
till
lie
the
to yourself.
DMs.
You know. You know.
You know, Shio. Message me, Shio. It's easier for you to find me, I'm sure. I'm not saying you have no friends. I'm just saying that it's probably easier to find me. Never mind, you're right there. I'm already in a chat with you. Jesus, that's embarrassing. Okay, hold on. I was looking in the name list instead of looking in the messages. All right. Oh, I just figured it out. It's like a Russian nesting doll. Russian nesting doll. There we go. Boom. That might have made it way easier for you to understand this entire concept, Shio.
So you're just
Does that make
finding
more
smaller
sense
and
to you
smaller
after
doors?
everything we talked about?
Yeah, for where we are, that all the other stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot in there. There's a lot in there.
Okay, I realized I don't want to be out there.
He comes back in. Hey guys, I'm over my tantrum.
I might get out of the spell circle, guys. I definitely would not want to release this.
What? Why did we even come here?
But we just did math to like realize how to release it. Maybe.
I mean, if you want the four to show up, that's fine.
We are the four.
Whoa, Web. Whoa, Web.
You know what?
Web. What?
I get the vibe you might be on to something.
What did we
From
wake
what
up
I
one day
figured
and
out-
for?
Dude, we're the bad guy. I told you already, like 80 times.
You know,
I just didn't believe myself.
I don't know for certain, but I get the feeling that that might be the case. But anyhow,
Well, can we
Ooh.
open it? Because we were doing math, and we just figure if we switch that fucking X to the opposite side, then all 4 points will be on the same square.
Do you do so?
no,
If we can somehow manipulate it,
I mean,
I
how do you
mean-
choose to manipulate it?
is
I mean, we're not doing
I-
that because it will release something.
us?
No. It will just cause the war to reignite between us and the four if we open this
I'm gonna
vault.
like put my bandana on Shio. I'm just gonna be like, here, go associate.
So isn't
They
that
know us well.
isn't that the entire goal?
Yeah, but we kind of need the Phyrexians to be on our side before we release the four again. You know? Like, you know,
They'll,
getting ready
they'll
for the
never
enemy.
join us.
They probably will. If I can fix them. Which I need a Nivea for. Oh wait, Shio
I
takes
don't know if
the
you've ever read
bandana that
Frankenstein, but he kills the doctor.
Shio takes the eye cover from that Wep handed him and looks for the point in which Anivia is on. Or
Okay.
checking to see if Anivia is there.
Okay. Stay there.
Shio wants to see if in this form he can like touch the people. Like if he touches Anivia, does he
They're
pass
like
through?
fragments, so like you don't necessarily pass through. There's like a physical form, but they're like polygoned.
Okay. Is there like a connection to the original Anivia? Or are these like static images
How would you
that have
know?
been left? Shio would look for like an energy like energy that is linking them to anything outside. So
Okay.
like if they're-
You can choose an Arcana check, sure.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, there does seem to be some kind of link or ley line or thread, one could speak of, that fades really quickly, probably no more than a foot away from their body, but you could tell it does connect somewhere else. And it must be another parallel, assumably, as Anivia technically abandoned you guys as a betrayal, but so did Cal. It's really confusing because technically they betrayed each other, and then Cal betrayed you, but then he became your friend and helped you. It's really confusing. The Orcree were weird people.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, they each do. Every single one of them. Runt version 2. Horvon. What is it? What was the
Fenris.
rabbit's name? Thank you. Fenris. Giga forearm statue person. I have them all here. Hold on. Go through it. I was looking through them earlier because I used them in another group. I was like, I need quick character stats. Let's see.
The giant dude. And,
Yeah, that dude, the workout guy. Yeah, you guys had Fenris. You had Glabrezu. You had Percy. You had Runt.
Cowboy
Rumpy
dude.
Robert. You had
Yeah.
Runt Sizzle Tongs. You had Shiva Lore. You had Zed Hor, the Iron Gut. You had let me see. Maybe Yogi was one of your creatures. Yeah, Yogi was a creature. Yeah, you guys had a handful. That's just some of the ones we kept. And then you had Everclear. Fuck, I forgot about Everclear.
Sorry.
You had Corin
yeah.
Voltaire. Jeez. You had Dr. Woot, which was Corin. You had Balmar OT. You had an Alistar, which was actually me bringing in a cameo. But, there's plenty of them in there. With it.
And we
They're
had
all
that
there,
crossover.
yeah.
We met other ones too.
Yeah, exactly. You had Marsh, Jaunty Jules, and a few others, yeah.
Army.
Shio, you do realize that they are...
Where's that little goblin? That little goblin here? Is he a snake still or a goblin?
You mean, we just spoke about him too. They actually are back at that burial site when they are the
way.
Tuesday, the Monday team is literally back at the exact scene where this goblin, aka snake, Nazga, was it Nazga? Naza? Yeah, Nazga.
Just remember he ate his
Naga
boys.
ate his boys. Yeah, they went to go find the body. So basically, Brotherfields,
No
who got
way.
eaten, he created Sisterfields. And she goes, I'd like to find my brother. And they go back. They're literally there right now facing a
But we
Dalkia right
resurrected
now.
him, so he can't be there.
I know. They don't know that.
I miss IDS
Actually,
a little
on
bit.
that note, are you available for a Monday session next week? At around
Yeah,
8?
I think so. What time?
At 8.
Yeah, I don't see any reason.
So they are right outside of fine. So two of the Curse 9 kobolds that you spawned when you did the whole split with tempos, in Edia, are looking for Cloudy's eye, which is one of your eyes in the sense of a kobold form, and it's very powerful. And it is where the body that you revived is now missing, because that was kind of like
okay, the one I brought back to life of the guy who ate everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that for you. You have a little like fraction. You like a little lizard dude.
So, yeah. What ended up happening is that they ditched that guy, right? And they left him in Zeroshi, so he only knew how to go backwards, and he ended up consuming any and all things that he left behind. So there's really no trace outside of this eyeball, and basically you're going to be speaking to this eyeball to Bernie and the rest of the team, because you could see everything. And and I have 2 NPC kobolds. Literally, one's called Cobalt, and the other one is called No. And both of them will be your liaisons until they find a way to project you into the actual atmosphere. But yeah, they are literally back there. They're fighting the Dalkir. 4 of them have ignored the Dalkir to go after the body, not knowing it's not going to be there. And 2 of them are fighting the Dalkir, about to get wrecked. I just dished out a crit for 60 against them at level 14. I mean, it's a Dalkir. Like, I'm not fucking around. They already met it once at level 6 and got away after making a deal with them. And then they came back as a whole new party except 1 member. So it's like, this is the best. There's been a lot of
We're
death
doing
in
this for the
campaign.
greater good.
Yeah. So that's what's going on. And ironically, with you guys bringing that all up, that is actually happening right now. So you're going to be feeling that too, is and all this weird.
They're gonna
colossal
unleash is on their
unnecessary
reality. That's a terrible mistake.
Yeah, they're going to finally pry that
Something tells
open.
me it's happened many times over.
Iz shows up and the whole of reality shatters like glass into parallels so he can fuck with all of them individually.
Right. So with that, you guys are all staring and realizing that there's an opportunity to break this. Shio, who are you messaging?
Anivia. So I can see Anivia and there's a connection to the what
Okay.
is possibly the Anivia. And I want to send them a message about bringing the last piece of the crown.
You still have comprehend languages up?
Yep. It lasts for, I think, an hour?
You hear hoot, 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 hoot. I'll feed it to my Bamsters and let them all choke and lose thousands in the non-digestible ability that they do not have before I bring it to you. But what do you need? Hoot.
We need the last piece in order to stop the Phyrexians from their rampage.
The Phyrexians have been acting only on behaviors of my call. When is the last time you have arrived at the campuses? Hoot, hoot.
Time has been funny where we're at.
And time has been stilled where we are.
It's good to know.
You guys all see Shio just staring at nothing because no one else can see what he sees.
Well,
We just
while he does that, do we
He's
like switch
just at
this?
nothing.
While he does that, do we try to get this ley line like 95 degrees right?
Okay, now you can't physically move the actual layout, but you could cover it and give it repurpose in the sense if you try to choose to do so. But how exactly do you go that length of purpose?
Good question.
You guys don't need my amazing ideas, do you?
Actually, what do I have that I can actually manipulate anything that's not physical?
I look over at him like, we do this all the time with ritual magics.
I don't think I have a single ritual, brother.
I will use.
I don't have a single fucking ritual.
Is we'll look at it. I will go ahead and start using my arcane skills
You got it.
to kind of put mana or magic through all the lines and making them kind of appear and lift them up just a little bit if possible.
I can make him feel better.
With invisibility? No, you can't see me.
Now you're convinced that I can't.
Alright, let's
Okay.
see if this works. This is very literal. He doesn't do. Like,
Go ahead and throw guidance in there.
Oh, guidance.
Yeah, you're great. Let's add it in. You always can use
1d4. Oh, yeah, that's accurate.
Oh,
Oh boy, a maximum roll!
Conjuration. I can help with Mage Hand.
Slaps you in the
You
back of the head.
move it around. As you do, it's working. You're like, oh fuck yeah, like this is easy. I do this shit on the daily for fun. Shio and Seg, can both of you guys give me insight checks?
Into what they're doing, or like the room itself?
Just insight checks.
He was part of the plan.
And that's what you were inciting. I'm telling you to give me. I'm assuming Shio's paying attention to them, right?
Yeah, she just doesn't think what he's about to do is going to work.
I imagine Seg is probably just thinking to
He-
himself. Seg,
I actually.
you hear this, but you aren't. You hear this, but it's totally passive.
That's
You
right.
know it's not to you. You only know that Seg is getting a private call, and you're just lucky enough to be tapped in. Friend, you hear big flaps. You are very close to me today. You should at this time let me seep the air you breathe. Let us join the same plane purposefully.
Oh, we're trying.
What do you say, Seth?
I'm so sorry. My mic must have been being weird. I got like every third word.
It is your good friend the Bat, whether or not you choose to remember his name. And close. It starts with an A. You're getting there. He's basically saying
After
you're
the
very
Mind
close.
God?
He goes, you're very close. Perhaps we should finally converge.
Oh yeah, cool. How do we do that?
Put a good word for me, goddamn.
I mean, I assume the third piece must be around here somewhere, right?
The
I was gonna check
seeping
these doors.
loosened. The raw energy is feeding into your existential plane right now. I need you to light it with a necrotic flame so that I may traverse through.
You mean the weird make you invisible fire in the middle of the room?
It is a field of pure Theras, my dear disciple. You will see the powers that it has come from what you do.
Okay. Well, let me just check with my lawyer real quick. Hey, Shio, the evil bat god says that I should set the blaze of flame with my necrotic flame so that he can come through and we can fuse into one.
You don't serve that pussy anymore. You're a Dalich.
I don't know. Show me how powerful your will has become.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Something
that's
against
what I'm
God.
thinking is, but I just wanted to double check with my lawyer first.
Oh, you should definitely do that.
Is he gonna take over your mind and body and soul, or lack of soul?
Oh, no, I think he's literally going to come here in the flesh through the Feyres thing.
And then fuse with the pieces that are in you. Is this gonna be like Alien, where like it goes in you and then it just bursts out your chest, and we have to fight it?
I was thinking it would be, since I'm kind of just like a echo of him anyway, one of our wills will win and one of our wills won't, is what I think. But I could ask him. Hey, so when you say bring you through the Feyres, like, are we gonna have to fight, or are we gonna like fuse immediately because I'm storing parts of you, or like what's gonna go on there?
We don't make deals with terrorists. I won't lose you, brain brother.
Insight check.
That's why
Just
we
before the
don't make
conversation
deals with
begins.
SEP.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a little bit of an advantage as soon as I find this one. No, not that one. I want Legacy because it's fun. And then
Okay.
there we go.
Prove to me you have the will necessary.
Wow. Nice, nice. Can you resist the best brew before you, Seg?
Oh, absolutely, no problem.
You
No, I mean,
Shut
sure?
it down.
Dude, I have that shit coursing through my veins instead of blood.
I
I'm good.
know, but can you get rid of it? Can you give up that power?
No, it was made pretty abundantly clear that was a permanent transformation. I also think twice as fast, so you guys are really hard to have conversations with, by the way. Do you know how hard it is to intentionally talk slow so that people understand you?
Yes.
I mean, I could talk my full speed, but then you wouldn't really understand me, and never really understand what I'm getting. Because I'm getting of that. The gods be weird.
Have you ever
you're starting to
tried-
realize that there's
Thank
been
God
a
for
lot
brain
that's been like that.
communication.
You choose to bring them into this world.
Oh well, not
100%.
yet. Not yet. I asked him like what that would look like because he isn't this like emotional gung ho
Okay.
pirate anymore. He doesn't have emotions anymore. He wants to see the logical side of things. What really will happen if you come through the portal like you want me to do?
Would you like to see?
Well, yeah, but that's frankly not a good
Immediately
enough
as you
reason
say
to do
yes, a massive black cloud emerges where the fire. Whoops, sorry, whoops. Beep, 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 beep. Where is my thing? Oh, it was a token. Sorry. You see a cloud begin to burst out, and then a huge, full of smokes and gaseous remarks and size and expenditure and full growth, monstrosity size, unbelievable in the sense of what you were speaking to. You thought was, equal height and shit. Sucks right back in. And as it does, the raw, oops, I'm trying to make that invisible. There you go. Raw Ferez returns to its spouting state.
Yeah, so it looks like it's gonna literally summon him here. Do we want to do whatever we need to do at this station, and then I'll come set this thing on Curse Flame?
I feel like this is a very
Well-
thought out, bad plan. So I think we should definitely finish turning the ley line 95 degrees.
We absolutely should not. But no, I just explained to you that we'll start the end game.
Do you finish it? Is yes or no?
I'm looking at everybody. So, no? Yes?
No,
Why wouldn't we?
because
I mean-
it starts the end game with none of our prep ready.
We don't want to fight the 4 yet, buddy.
Then why are we even here?
I'm
'Cause
really
we didn't
not
know it
worried
would-
about them.
We thought we were fighting Phyrexians here. Now we know that if we release what's here, the 4 will reemerge.
Okay, so
The
how do we do
4
the thing the Raven wanted? I feel like we're getting distracted again. What did the Raven
the
want?
4
us to do?
may help us.
Yeah, what
They
did the Raven
definitely
want
will
in here?
not. They will definitely destroy us, buddy. They
Oh, they'll
hate us
try.
more than they hate anything.
Well, I guess
You out of everyone here should know destruction is another form of life.
so. By unsealing it, we do accomplish the task the Raven sent us here for. But it also brings the 4 back.
So we should just free AZEREP, as the bad guy. That way we release something, but it isn't the 4.
No, it's the destruction of the base. When we unseal it, the 4 are no doubt going to obliterate this area of space-time.
Oh,
Real quick,
is
Shio,
that all?
can you give me a
In that case, we only have this one chance.
Shio intelligence? Let's just do a raw intelligence. See where you land. Okay, is fucked with it. Immediately, Seg was interacted by something that wasn't imprisoned here, but came through in a visage-like state that showed it could, in all proof and theory. What is happening? Need I say more?
Okay, I have theories. So,
do share,
honestly,
share.
Seg, that might work as if we summon your vampire guy, Crafter. I don't know too much about him. Anyway. It might satisfy the conditions the Raven set forth of releasing it here. Because what, the other alternative for you to release it is to get that last key or something?
Okay.
All right, so what do I need to do?
Nothing.
Nothing. You already did it, Is. No, I just have to activate it.
We just have to be prepared, guys, because this thing is probably really malicious, and we might want to prep ourselves before it arrives.
I cross my arms. You do know he was a big enough dick to be put in a box.
Yeah, it is. He got
I
out.
have a feeling I've seen worse that were put in boxes.
So,
Well, yeah.
if I'm understanding this correctly, Alex, when I became, when I cursed my god, all of the cleric abilities became necrotic.
Yeah.
So Sacred Flame would be a necrotic flame.
But yeah, it wasn't a challenge. It was more like a just fucking do it kind of thing. Like another portal.
yeah.
Think of it that way. You're really
So
just
like-
gonna boop, boop. You're gonna think of it that way, like
He
another
traded
portal.
himself into like a healer, but only for
Yeah.
himself.
yeah, basically. In Minecraft, though, in the Nether portal, the world is smaller. The gap is shorter. This is the link.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm just gonna necrotic Sacred Flame this thing then.
Shield guards himself.
You're a healer again, but only for yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna ask one more time because all of this was going on, and Iz never gave me an answer. Do you do the next completion, or do you stop?
No, I'll stop there. With everything about ready to go, it's just gonna sigh and let go of the magic to slowly dissipate. Alright, I'll
What?
hold off.
Can you, sir, give me a D100?
Not the D100.
Oh, who was that again?
Web. Oh man, you're so blessed. You're so blessed. God, you're so. Okay. Web, while you're in this room, you start looking at the scenario before you as you see the necrotic flames light the entire thing. Still blue. Huh. You see in your hands appear a deck. Looks simple, but has a tarot-like look to it. Above it, as if you were playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland, there's a dice. And it is not a d20, but d6. And it beckons you to roll. Are you prepared for this fate?
Come this far. Yeah.
Okay, the d6 will decide how many cards you must pull.
Come on, one. Oh yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
Fuck.
Everybody run.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna check this door behind me, and if it's unlocked, I'm gonna stand inside the hallway.
you're gonna sure wish you could, but you can't. And you know why? Because you casted the spell while you were looking at this thing, and you're seeing everything go down. You see this deck appear. You see Web look at it, and when he looks at it, it just boop, boop, a 6, like Mario Party. Fuck, that's what I
Beckons
wanted.
me.
I need you to roll me 6 D100s, and that is going to result in the 6 cards. What's going to happen is that a card is going to pull and show the backing to you, Web, for all 6 of them after you roll. And the entire party is going to know all 6 results before you do. Then we are going to discuss something briefly. Sound good?
Doom.
Probably. Don't say that.
1. We can count them like a team if you guys want. 2.
No!
Yeah.
2.
3.
We're starting to find somewhere in the middle.
4. Consistency is not good if it's a bad card. I'm just saying.
Can you not be like this?
5.
Who hurt you? Give me a hundo or something.
6.
Yeah!
Good way to end it on a high note. Okay, this is... Huh. Okay. I'm
Just
gonna
gotta fight the
ask
Reaper
Wep
7
for
times.
you, Wep, to go into secret, and I'm gonna pop in there in just a minute because I need to tell them what's about to happen.
I need y'all to handle this. All right?
We'll take care of it.
Okay. Do you guys want to start from bottom up or like? And I don't mean like row. I mean like the last roll or the first row.
Let's start with the first. The last one, I want the 99 to be a surprise.
Okay.
Should I just get the bots ready?
Now you guys are free to pull up the deck of many things. We are using the entire deck, so any source should be the same source. This D100 table, it repeats the cards in a random order in which I don't control, and it makes it really fun. And so far, 7 cards have been pulled in the past 2 weeks. 6 more are now being drawn. $36. The Tides. He will lose or gain 1d10 years. That's not too bad. 81. See here. This motherfucker. The Candle. $60. Let me verify that one. Hold on. I don't know that one. Hold on. That's a lie. Check this one. Hold on. Hold on. Let me reset that one real quick. Wait, I was using the wrong table. That was for a different deck. Just kidding. He didn't get so. Well, maybe he got lucky still. Sorry. Let's reset that.
Control
80?
Z, Control Z.
Yeah. No, yeah, I fucked that one up. I was like, this is not the right deck. Hold on. I know this one. This is not this is not correct. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. So, with that, that brings us to the Earl Tail. The card's Medusa-like visage. It takes a -2 penalty on saving throws while cursed. Only a god or the magic of the Fates card can end this curse. So, I'm trying to figure out how to share these things specifically with just you guys. And oh, you know what? I'll make a journal entry. Bam, that's genius, right? That's genius.
Yeah, because you could just make it available to us and then give it web access later.
Yeah, I'll call it Web Draws, and then I'll give just you guys access. Hold on, let me just put them all in there. There we go. We'll just do that, and then bam, easy 6 pulls. Bam, and we got 1. I don't know why it's pink, but whatever. We'll accept this as is. Then he pulls this, and then 1 second. Look at his rolls again. So he pulls Gem on the 81, and then on the 60.
There's the results.
Oh, I'm gonna. Sorry, what are you talking about?
Oh, I was asking about the results. Remember I was asking about those.
Oh, his
Remember
results. Oh, his rolls. What do you mean? Sorry.
No, in journal there's results with the mystery gift and all that stuff.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. All that stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's where it was. Sorry, I didn't know that it was not fully communicated. I apologize.
No, it's not your fault. You might have mentioned it last week, and I was too tired.
You're good. You're good. Right. And then he then gets this one. He then So far he's gotten from his rolls from the 81. Or sorry, the 30. The first one was a 36. It was Earl Yale. I don't know. It's the EURYALE. So you tell me how to say it. 81 is Gem. 60 was Moon. 39 is Star. So he's actually doing pretty good. Except then his 11 is Talons. We'll see how that goes. And then for 99, I need each of you guys to roll me a D100, and we're gonna take the beat.
100. Da-da-da. Ooh, a 99.
Whoa.
Sig just throwing him under the bus.
Just completely obliterating Wep.
99, 92, 1. So I'll go the middle route. I won't throw him under the bus too hard.
That should pull him a little
That's-
further away from 0.
Okay. Let me see what the result would be. Well, it's going to be 52. Yeah. He lands in the center. Well, here's the beauty of all these things. Go ahead and share this with you guys real quick. Shio, go get wet. Or Seg, you're by your buddy. Go get wet. Because we're going to keep it secret this way.
I'm sorry, you didn't make it.
There you go. You guys should see wet draws. Do you see that?
Yep.
Okay. That's what's going on. And it happened in that order.
Do I? Under journal, right?
Yeah, here, I could also just show you
I
guys.
see it. I see it.
You see it? Okay.
Yeah. I had
That's
to switch back.
Who's gonna unfuck me, guys?
Web, you see 6 cards before you, and the party witnesses what each result is. I will allow each of them to take turns introducing the 6 results. There are 3 of them, so they should allow themselves to each read 2. One, each reads 1, and then they all read another one after. You may decide who goes first, though, as the party.
Let's start with Iz.
All right. So starting at the top, you are cursed.
Tell me something I don't know.
Yeah, but you're even more cursed. I throw a rock at your forehead. Not even all that hard. See? It just dinged off your head. You're slower, man. Losing step.
I think I'm just surprised. I'm hopeful.
No.
You retaliated for once in your life.
So, the way this works is you technically, at this point, have an official permanent point of exhaustion, because the way that works now in 2024 rules is you have a -2 penalty to your saving throws, unless a god or the Fates card and the curse.
Well, I'm about to be a god, so that shouldn't be that big of an issue.
Oh, Steak's gonna be a god before Shio? Man, you gotta sin right now, Shio.
The only problem is I refuse to worship a god. You
Well,
might
you
be
don't
able to
worship
fix me, but to ask a god for help?
Oh no, you're not going to ask for help. I'm just going to help you because you're my bro.
So
God
what?
is good.
Seg is like the rushed project. Shio is a fine wine. I'll take my time and be all the bit more
Gauges.
powerful for it.
Web is like a rush job, just patches on patches. He just got this, and now he's gonna get this. Web, who do you choose between Seg and Shio to answer the next card?
Seg, we're just gonna take it clockwise. Well, counterclockwise.
This one's not so bad. It's called Gem. 25
As you
pieces
say
of
that,
jewelry.
the card turns around and go on, Seg.
25 pieces of jewelry worth 2,000 gold each, or 50 gems worth 1,000 gold each appear at your feet. I go the gems
Booty.
route on that one. You could just get diamonds. Those are really handy.
Yeah, we'll do that. The booty.
The booty.
So you acquire equivalently 50k in gold pieces. Congratulations, Shio.
Oh, wait, hold on. It says jewels or metal. Can I get it
No, jewelry or
to help
gems.
my buddies?
Jewelry or
Oh.
gems. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
So you can break it
50
up how you
diamonds.
want. I'm just telling you, like, you got it's 50k worth in general.
Gems usually don't serve. We're pirates, so we'll just get it.
Got it. Gems, then it's 1k each. You have 50 of them. All right. Shio. What's his next card?
The third card is the moon. You can cast Wish, the Wish spell. Roll a D3.
Please.
I'm familiar with the wish. I'm glad that you read it to me.
The irony,
bloody.
right? So give me a D3 customization, please. We're all in trouble.
Oh
Is
god.
the next one.
Okay, do you want the bad news or the good news?
Bad news.
Yeah, I'm always the one giving bad news, ain't I? Well, look, you know what you're carrying right now?
Booty.
Yeah, well, everything you own is be going away.
The booty?
Well, if it's
Well, no.
magical, all your magic items going away. I can see them fading already.
Except
Your clothes aren't
artifact.
magical. Well, they're the magic items disintegrate. Artifacts are just disappearing.
Since
Yeah.
Shio has my blindfold, does that count?
No, it's every magic item you wear or carry disintegrates. Artifacts do not disintegrate, but disappear and vanish.
Oof. Please tell me his clothes aren't magical,
His
Shio.
clothes are not magical.
Oh, thank God.
The blindfold is on Shio. You do not lose the blindfold, the irony. Everything else in your possession that is of any uniqueness is gone.
Man, if I were you, I would really wish that didn't happen.
I really didn't remember what I really had, so that actually doesn't faze me that much.
Yeah, I mean, you punch everything, or Elder Blast, so
Yeah.
I guess there's not much to lose. But I'm gonna go through and just delete
A
everything.
simple life.
Like your scimitar speed,
Wait,
gone.
my magic
Your
weed?
pistol, gone. Your cloak of
My magic
protection,
weed?
gone.
No, it's not an item. That's a consumable.
Your shield +1.
No, it's magic. It lasts forever.
Gone. Your chain shirt +1.
It's made it. It's
Gone.
magical.
Your druidic focus, gone. Your all-purpose tool +1 because it's magical
Wait,
now.
why are you saying magic and just deleting everything? A lot of that's not magic.
It's all. These are all the boots of speed are magical items. What am I
My
saying?
chainmail is not magical.
The
It's just
+1 makes it
+1.
magical.
Yeah,
That
it
makes
That's
it
does.
magical.
wild.
It makes it magical. That's why I said +1 gone. That's why you have clothes.
Because they're
blood
not
vial,
+1.
+3.
I wish they were. I wish they
You keep
were.
your blood because that's not magical. It's just a +3. Ant hair, gone.
My magic weed.
Your philanthropy is considered an artifact. It vanishes. You no longer know where it is.
Well, that's concerning because that's not his phylactery. His
know.
phylactery is fine.
No, his possession.
Can you like
his
sense
artifact.
yours though? We can
well,
get
yeah, well,
one, right?
well, that's
Wait,
the
you can
thing,
make
though.
another.
Yeah, if you ever get close to it, you might sense it, but that shit's somewhere randomly across somewhere in the bottom. Somewhere.
Can't he
I
make
won't tell you where.
another?
Good job, guys. You did it. He's out there.
I'd like to roll for magic clothes. If I'm gonna fucking suffer, everyone's gonna suffer.
But it's not over yet. So, Peg, you get to tell him about Star.
Oh, well, this is the fun one that is wanted to tell you. But you get to increase one of your ability scores by 2. The score can exceed 20, but it can't exceed 24.
What would you like to upgrade? Look, you got an upgrade. That's awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
We're removing our fucking clothes. If I'm gonna be dick out, I'm gonna be dick out.
Dude, you lost so much shit. It's crazy.
I'm just gonna rock dick out. I'm slow now. My armor went down by so much.
I mean, you have
Yeah.
3 charges of wish. Isn't that what the gunslinger did when he got talents? He just wished it all back.
Yeah, and that went real
Oh
bad
yeah.
everywhere else. So,
Fuck it, we're gonna try it. Can it get worse?
okay, but that's not it. You can't do that just yet. So,
charisma. We're gonna do charisma.
Okay, charisma. Okay, got it. Charisma is now 23. Congratulations. Boop, boop.
Hey, we have
No,
the same
plus 12.
charisma now.
Oh, fuck
So-
off.
I'm gonna have
As
to get a
as he
real
says
deck
that,
card.
Shio delivers you the next part of the news. Now, this is going to affect what Seg has on his possession, but go ahead, Shio.
The Void. This black card spells disaster. Your soul is drawn from your body and contained in an object in a place of the DM's choice. One or more powerful beings guards this place. While your soul is trapped in this way, your body is incapacitated. A wish spell can't restore your soul, but the spell reveals the location of the object that holds it. You draw no more cards.
You know, it's ironic it was the last one, but
Oh,
here's the
thank
best
God.
part. Here's the best part.
Oh, awesome.
Your soul's not in your body because you're a soulless being, but your
That's
soul
what I was
exists.
gonna ask.
So now both of you dumbasses lost your philanthropy.
So it's an upgrade.
Wait, what was my Delkir power? The Void Ripper?
Wait, you've already lost part of me.
Right,
Hold
the
on.
Void Ripper?
Where'd it go?
Yeah, for real.
You tell me.
It's
Yes.
empty, you motherfucker.
No, it is. It's right there. Hold on. If you go to item, oh, fuck,
Yeah, no,
wait,
I'm looking
yeah,
at it. It's a
yeah,
feature.
yeah.
It's a feature. I got it.
Okay.
Nope. That's just to kill people. Never mind.
You see Wep just and Sag look at themselves and they feel empty. They feel naked and they feel briefly afraid. Somewhere in the wild, both of their actual needed restart buttons are loose. A child, a random desert hare, a goblin, a rock mistaking it for who knows what, or a very evil witch, maybe even a hag. Benefit, use it for more power. Both of you guys, this is part of you. God, Pirate Bros for life! Ah! Yep. That happened. But
Why the fuck did you draw 6 cards from that cursed deck?
It beckoned to me. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
yeah. Here's what happens next. I need Sag and Wep to give me Arcana checks. I need Iz and Shio to give me Insight checks. This was supposed to be a combat, guys. This went every direction, but
Give me a sec. I'll be there.
you're good. Oh, God, we got a nat 20 in the house. With the -2. Yes! I mean,
We got mercy. Mercy
We
after
gotta-
seeing
we
me
gotta-
get stripped of
Mercy.
everything.
We got to get at least a
Um,
minor bonus for both rolling identical.
I know,
Oh
right?
wow, look, Brain Brothers.
Best friends for life. Jeez. One gets there, one reaches the below. Like, Wep was like, I will slow down for you, bro, and goes backwards. Like, I got you. And then Seg is motivated by that and moves up a little bit more effort. And bam, together, you collide. The power of 3. With such, which was a 33 originally, remember? Anyways, so you all, well, we're waiting for Iz. He's going to get there. Little legs.
I'm sorry. I went up to
There it
make
is.
a snack and you caught me.
What did you make or half make?
I am making pepperoni
Nachos.
treats.
Yo, nachos. I go for some nachos. Some
Nice.
No, it's,
Tostitos, a little bit of cheese.
Briskets. It's Triscuits,
Nice.
cheese, and pepperoni. So
That's good.
delicious.
Briskets?
I accept.
God damn, you fancy.
That's yeah, that's
I
the good
know.
stuff right there. That's the whole grain and the real quality. Those snap like a cracker. They're not
Delicious.
dry. Oh yeah.
All right, what was everyone again?
I don't remember. I got hooked on your food.
Insight.
Oh,
For you.
insight. Why did you even call me over?
There it is. We need it. Yes. Okay.
You do.
Look at
You do.
You get 11. You and Seg and Web get 18. It's just meant to be. Okay. Yeah, so here's what we're going to do because you guys are just a conundrum of it. A quandrum. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck I was saying, but a quandrum. I'm going to give you guys the choice. I'm not going to decide. You have different paths here. Shio didn't see this coming because Shio wasn't in the room when you guys were thinking of fucking with this algorithm. If any of you guys play No Man's Sky, No Man's Sky. This is like those
Great game.
hieroglyphics. It can go anywhere. This is raw Faerez focused across whatever the fuck you guys trajectory to. Each of the individual people were points in time in which you guys were able to central locate the moment that you had to capture, and now that shit's fucking fucked. Shio. Kiss it goodbye. Totally
My thought?
fucked. No, this purpose. That shit's already out there, pinging, notified. Check.
Oh, so everything is aware of what's here now.
Not necessarily aware. There's a like a hey, hello.
All right, so I want to finish the wheel then.
What's up?
I want to help with Mage Hand.
But we haven't got there yet. We haven't got there yet. I'm still explaining what's going on. With all that, there's just a lot of fuckery going on. You guys were supposed to fight something. I warned everyone we were going to get in a fight before you got hit whip, and now we're like an hour and 45 minutes in, and I haven't even been able to punch one of you yet. But yet, you guys have been doing all the right things.
Oh,
so
you
you've been
hit me
delaying.
where you hit me emotionally. All right.
It's okay. That's fine too. I got you where it counts. That's what I do best. With it,
Yeah, you did it.
you all come to see that this is not like I was saying. It could be changed. It could be manipulated. Shio, you guys overrid a replica, like I was telling you, Shio. Meta to everyone else, to do what was done to Loot. To stop the 4. You got rid of their super weapon, they ran away. They got rid of your super weapon. A stalemate. This is why it's always been a draw. You were fighting the wrong thing because of a miscommunication. It happens. That's why you should not amnesia everything. Otherwise, here you are today.
Shio.
With that.
Literally the 4.
With
I literally
that,
did like the same thing to Iz, so it's even funnier.
you see that it opened up a portal to Seg's awesome bat friend that is a god killer. You're a god, Lean. Web technically allowing you to use the I just forgot what it was because he didn't lose it and I don't want to give it back to him. The blindfold.
That's
There it is.
rough.
I'm just kidding. You're so lucky he had it though. If Shio did not take it from you, that would have sucked. Anyways, blindfold. And wearing it originally, you do realize now, as you put it on, the students shift. Same people, but they have to be at different points to recalculate what has been changed.
Where are the empties?
The empty spaces have moved. But you wouldn't know that, technically, good sir. Only
not?
Shio would, because he has the blindfold.
Oh, give me that.
So Shio's in the bathroom. So
I know, I
I'm
was
Shio
like,
now.
whoa, something's wrong. I was
Oh yeah, no.
like-
I'm Shio now, and this is
I was
really
concerned.
bad.
Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, Shio would probably check the blindfold himself before he gave it back to Mr. Deck of Many Things. As much as I
Yeah,
would love to just give it right back to you, buddy, I don't think Shio would.
I agree with you, and
Oh, yeah,
also since I
your
had that time,
challenge,
then
you
I
lost
would
the
use
deck.
the wish to get rid of this fucking exhaustion.
How do you say it, though? That matters.
I wish to not be exhausted. Thank
Oh,
you.
that's not.
I wish to feel perfect.
That's 2 wishes. You want to keep going?
Yeah, we'll leave it at those 2. If I'm gonna spend the first one was bad, so I'll keep the second.
No, you have to do both.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not gonna leave it on the first one. I'll be like a fucking cat or something.
Okay, well, we'll get to that in a second.
I also don't think you can wish your exhaustion away, buddy. I'm pretty sure the deck explicitly said that only a god or another card could take it away from you. I think you could wish your items back for consequences, though.
Too bad. That's not what he said.
Well, then third wish. Let's do it.
Hold on. Because a lot's about to happen before you get to decide otherwise. Is
Keep
Shio
my
back?
shit
I want to
back.
make sure Shio's back so that in case Shio thinks he has any witty ideas, he can. be part of.
Yeah, he can spend another wish and get my shit back.
Maybe he
Why
can do
would I
it, right?
spend my own wishes on that?
Trio, here's what you hear him say if you missed it. I wish not to be exhausted. I wish to be perfect.
He
Counter
yeah.
spell that second one pretty fucking hard because I don't.
Why do
need
you hate me?
You're literally using Phyrexian verbiage.
No, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Oh
I'm
no, no,
already
she just
perfect.
shouts that back.
No, no, no,
You're
no.
gonna
I get it.
have
I'm
to-
already perfect. Got you.
You're gonna have to roll me for that second one. The first one's gonna happen, but you're gonna have to roll me for the second one.
All right. Where is it? There it
Thank
is.
you. I appreciate you. I get it. I'm already perfect. Thank you, Shio.
This is pretty important. I need to counter. 9th level. It should auto counter. Wish.
You think so? But is
Yeah,
he
'cause it's-
casting at a 9th level, or is he casting it from inside? How about you roll, like I asked you
Dude,
to?
I can just make wishes now, bro. What do you want from me?
Yeah, he has 3 of them that he just pulls out of his ass anytime he wants. And now you get to counter it because it's higher than a 20. But you still win. You counter the second one. However, you do not stop the first one.
I
Okay.
recognize the voice telling me, nah, that doesn't work.
Okay. I know it does. It does. Here's the catch. There's always a caveat, right? You
No.
wish not to be exhausted. You can no longer take long or short rests. You can only be healed by magical means. If you ever were to declare a rest, you lose the immunity to exhaustion. You cannot not ever be exhausted as long as you never take a long or short rest or partake in one. You must stay awake indefinitely. You can only be healed by magical means or potions or natural ways of purpose and allowance. You cannot roll hit dice ever, etc. Do you understand?
I have perfect insomnia. I got it.
And you haven't even affected the second part, but we'll get there. Hallucinations will come. Anyways,
Oh, I'm so psyched for that.
yeah, you can never be exhausted as long as you don't break your own conditions. And
Guys,
which you
I will take
definitely
every
understand. Like,
watch.
you literally will never volunteer to sleep. There's no reason at any time I would ever put you in the state where you have to. But if for any reason an enemy were to, which is not me, via effect, which is really hard because you're already all these many things. But if for any reason, some supernatural way, the team were to figure it out, which they may need to in the future if you're crazy, who knows?
That's
It's gonna be
crazy.
really
That's
fucking
crazy.
tricky. So
Wild.
good job. That's a new one. Bam.
Insomnia. Now added.
True insomnia. Yeah. In a real way in all ways.
Once you're
The rest of the
already
effects
undead,
will grow. You are already
That's
undead.
like
He
it's like
doesn't need to
but it's
breathe.
like a different kind of
He doesn't need to breathe or eat. I don't believe I added sleep.
I still
in
gotta
this.
rest
Yeah,
technically.
he still needs to rest for his hit dice and stuff. He has no a natural way of healing. Now he has no natural way of healing outside of magical means or which other magical means, which would be health pots and or other benefits.
So I have to shoot him with my gun to heal him.
Yeah, which would take up an entire action economy.
Ugh.
Or any of your type of healing spells now. You are a necrotic mage.
An entire action or bonus action economy.
Well,
You
if
mean
he were to
Iz
be
might have
hurt
to heal you?
and I hug
They
him,
might have to heal you. Shio might have to heal you all in one turn. That's a win for the DM. I'm just saying. All that
it's
economy.
not a win when I get my shit back. Thank you, because you just
Okay,
robbed me
sorry.
of all of my AC.
That was 2 wishes. Are we going further at this point?
What?
Have you stopped your wishing? Are we good?
No,
You have
I
one
want my
left.
shit back.
But you tell me. You have to say "I wish," and what you say, period, is going to be what matters.
I wish for all the items that I forgot about as well, that you probably have somewhere and have not told me.
Period.
I know I got a lot of shit, I just don't remember any of it.
Can you give me a Constitution saving throw? as a
No,
portal above
no,
you.
it's a wish.
And you're in Borderlands, and it says "Party Fool," and the fucking gotcha vending machine just popping out tons and 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 tons and
Mercy from the gods.
tons and tons. Have you ever seen Joe Dirt?
Yeah, yeah. He gets that meteor.
Silo, my friend. You hit the silo so fucking hard. I want all my shit back. All the shits I forgot about. All the shit I didn't even know I had.
I know I had shit. I just don't remember what I had.
Oh, you got a lot of shit, and it's coming to you
I
in
never
all
marked
various
it.
forms. You are covered in different instances of poo in forms, and loot in forms, and gold in forms, and other items, ropes, tools, also slowly getting slushed on by unfortunate increments of what one did not consider was in the full form for biology.
To have it doesn't mean it has to encase me.
The good news is the magic items naturally rub off or become cleaned of just picking up.
Someone gets a power wash.
As you are encased in this entirety up until a point where it becomes you as the Mr. Pooh outside of the corn teeth from Conker's Bad Fur Day. Just the blah, wondering what the fuck is happening as you are buried beneath all of your lost shit. In all literal terms. Across the parables.
Is there enough room in here for that? I'm concerned.
No,
I
it's
asked
unfortunate
for
for the rest of you guys because I need the rest of you guys now to give me constitution saving throws because there is no unique excruciating device that can prevent you from having to experience this in a visual, sensual, or physical form.
And it's a good thing Iz isn't going to remember this here in a minute, so.
Yeah, this went in a interesting direction.
I'd like to manifest another ring, and I'd like to tell Shio, please get your bag of holding out.
I'm not letting all of that literal shit pour into my bag of holding.
Get the power wash out then.
Oh my god.
Is create water, create water.
Yeah, that's gonna be real good. Okay. This is bad in all directions. But with your saves, is you fly, you're at the highest point. Eventually, if this were to get worse and continue up to a full circumference of this room, which we're sitting around a hold on one sec, let me get you some measurements.
Oh, I have an escape plan. At least half this room is filled with Wheaties lost. I'll just teleport through that.
Say that one more time.
I said at least half this room's going to be filled with weed he lost, so I'm just going to teleport through that.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. Okay. Here's the best part. How do you try to configure it all together for a big enough opening?
He just goes back to the ship through the weed.
Yeah. Fuck the shit about.
Good luck, everybody.
How do you compile enough weed? I mean, it's not. You don't need much to get you through, but how do you go about bringing it and arranging it through the slush?
Just go
you
around.
Have control water. Just move everything away.
How much of this did you lose? Swear to God, is this what I spent all those time growing this for you, and you lost it?
It's not that I lost it. I just can't remember it.
I can't remember.
That's
that was
definition of lost. I'm gonna put a big enough pile. All right, if anyone wants to leave, here's the escape path. I just make like a wall of weed.
You got it. You make a wall of weed in a shit piling dome. As you guys will have to make a decision. Web, you are allowed to make 3 sleight of hand rolls, and this is going to decide how much of your stuff you actually reacquire, and some, depending on your rolls. 3 sleight of hands. You quickly grovel in a sense of oddity, reaching for any and all things that you can, as everyone else is ready to jump through this unfortunately poo-ridden weed plant configuration that Is has compiled. You're making oh my god! You're making every effort to get.
I'm gonna use 2 luckies.
Uh-huh.
No, no. You're not. I'm casting Enhance ability on you before you do this. I'm sorry. I didn't get a moment to speak before you started rolling.
That's not my fault.
Those are all
Control
right.
your friend. Control your friend.
Well,
Okay.
I'm using
Control
2
him.
luckies, and you can
Talk
enhance
him
my
next time.
ability.
You enhance and you do all.
I rolled a 1. I can't do worse than a 1. It's still a benefit.
You could do another one.
What? All right, listen, man.
I'm a DM. I encourage all things. 3 is close. You got one more chance. You said 2 luckies. I want to see it. Oh, I
Yeah,
teased him and
baby.
gave you the 19. Ooh, I see a 1, right?
You
My
see
head was like,
nothing. You see nothing.
yeah, like I got like a I hear a crack. Hold on. Okay.
Enhance ability on 20, kind of crazy, right?
It's all right. I mean, that's kind of sad.
Yo.
12
With my
4,
minus
and
2,
20.
brother.
At 12, 4, and 20. Not bad. Cool. Cool. I don't know what I want to give you back. I forgot what I did.
Who hurt you?
I'll tell you what.
You did.
You gather a bunch of shit, and we don't know what it is just yet. But what you can do is you can, on the side, I think you should have access to this. Can you access the compendium on the far right? It's the second to last tab.
Which one? There's
You're
like
gonna
10
type in
fucking
share.
tabs on here.
Yeah, the second to last one I said, the book one.
Uh-huh.
And you're gonna type in share in the search thingy.
No, that's what I was talking about. Like, what do you want me to search for?
Share. Type in share.
Uh-huh.
And then you're gonna see like the 5th one down, items.
Chat.
You got that? Okay. So
Yep.
you may also open up a character sheet, right? And then when both of them open, you can drag things from here into your character sheet. Now, here are the rules. You get to here. I'll even type these in the chat for you.
Is this drug one only for me?
You may pull from any of them. If you may take your time. You may pull from any of them. You get 3 rare items of your choosing. You get 2 plus 2 items of your choosing. You get 1 wondrous of rare or less. You get 2 wondrous of uncommon or less. And you get, well, you fumbled them before. I'll give you 1 artifact. Oh man, I revealed that there's a lose. That's what you get. So take your time, but that's what you get. You could choose less than that, but you get only equivalent as such. That's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8,
That's
9
fine,
items.
because even if I can't use it, someone else can.
Right, totally, sure. Okay, anyways, as you're doing that, he's shriveling to shit. Where are you guys teleporting to? Because you're clearly leaving, in my understanding.
Yeah, were we going to do the whole God Ascension thing, or is it still filling up with more crap? That's...
I'd say it's equivalently sitting beneath the opening of the port of where the Feyres is released, but it's probably like...
So we're not in any
I'm gonna roll dice real
danger.
quick. Hold on. I'm gonna roll dice. Whoops, not 2. Hold on, 1 dice. Hold on. Correct.
Yeah, because I know he wanted to ascend. I don't want to deny him that. I just want to have a escape
It's
plan.
10 feet deep in the entire room.
Can you strain the poo through the tree?
I probably could, but I can only teleport to so many places.
I mean, anywhere else is better than where. That's what I'm saying. Anywhere is better than where we are.
Well, if you put it on the ship, my thralls can put it through the atomic reconstructor in the lab and turn it into normal resources, at least.
I don't know if I can teleport that amount away.
Well, so if you make a tree portal, right, through the weed, wouldn't it all
Yeah.
just kind of pour through the tree portal?
Not fast enough.
Oh, right. It's a really quick spell.
Like 6 seconds, right?
Yeah, 1 round.
How large is the portal?
Okay.
Let me double check.
I'll do some math real quick.
It
Let's
just
just I'm
says-
curious. Let's see if you find it beneficial.
Paired. Ding. Just so you can see. Parchment tree. I'm guessing 10 feet. One round, 10 feet.
See, I'm doing some serious mathematical checking for you. And see how much poo and volume you can pull. All right, we're getting some more serious, guys. Hold on. Whoa. Step 1 is how much poo is in the room. Volume of poo equals layer equals area circle times depth.
10,
Area of the floor is
100
A equals
square
pi
feet?
times radius squared equals pi times 15 foot squared. Approximately 706.86 feet squared. Depth of 10 feet. Total volume 768.58 cubic feet of poo in the room. How fast can it flow through a 5-foot portal for 6 continuous seconds with no hesitation? The
10 foot.
Torricelli's law. Oh, 10 foot. Sorry, we'll double it after. Oh, it says technically the height of the poo would be 10 feet. Okay, you're good. We'll double it. Torricelli's law.
And I can put some poo in my
puts us
ring.
at 25.37 feet per second. Into the portal area would be 19.63 feet per square second. At the flow rate, it would be 498.13 cubic feet per second at half of what you're achieving, leaving us at a total volume in 6 seconds, doubling this to just under 6,000 cubic feet of poo.
That's not just a doubling. That's an area. So 5 times 5 is 25. 10 times 10 is 100.
So then if you had 2,988.8 cubic feet in the normal result of half of the room, it would be what?
Enough?
Let me just enough. It would be enough. It would be so much that you would drain more than 42% of the room.
But I also
I'll
have
give you an
my
exact
ring.
number.
I can put my bunch of poo in my ring too.
Okay, well, I'm just curious. 10 foot, let me just correct it. Final answer. More than the entire room. All the shit would be out of the room. Including all the
God,
items.
that portal's
Including
amazing.
you guys. Everything would be flooded out in well before 6 seconds. It would take 3.55 seconds to flood all of you out.
My spells are amazing. Alright, I'll do that. Because he can recover other crap, I guess. Let
You
the
guys all go in?
weed flow. I'm bringing the weed back to life.
Damn. And you bring you guys back to where? Sorry,
I'm just
ship?
moving all the stuff. I look over at Seg. Are we still doing the whole undead god thing, merge?
I mean, he's over there in the portal. I assume he was just waiting for the shit to clear out before we moved on to that thing.
Yeah, let's do
You
it.
waste it to just clear the poop. All the items that Web didn't pick up also go in there. Bam. There's a horde to go through later.
I mean, you have to clean the shit off everything, but that's on you.
For some things, all magical things are naturally cleaned if pulled. Nonetheless, you all stay. Then you try to do the ascension by relighting the flame. Mind you, last time you did it, it gave Web Protect Magics.
So, do we have to do like a chant? I forget how these god ascension things work.
Well, so if it didn't work, hey, I will remember your name one of these days. Ashlots or something.
Ashlots?
Or something like that, yeah.
Does my mathematician buddy need to finish what he was doing to the circle for you to come out? Because I tried to release you, and all it did was fuck my friend over and literally cover everything in shit.
It would seem as if the markings have been fixed in. I found you, and I can now keep a tether. But what is on the ground is not the same.
Oh, so he has to put it back?
I do not see what you do on your side. You do what you believe must be undone, if at all possible. I'm gonna go make another drink. While you guys decide if you go back, go forward, stay where you are, or think of another way. You fucked with the math. Now we got to
I-
see how well you control it, or if there's another way. Think
I'd
about
say
it.
we're
guys.
not leaving.
I'm so confused. He said that if I lit the portal, he could come through, but then I lit the portal and it just gave Webb a deck of many things. And now he's not telling me what I need to do to come through. Guys, what's going on?
Use your training from the school. Rather than waiting for him to make a hole, just rip open space and time and force your will upon it.
He was trying to fucking stop me from forcing that path. I still want to do that. And they
Okay,
already know
so-
we're here, so now there's no loss.
Okay, so wait, so to let him out, I think we have to put the circle back the way it was before you guys messed with it?
I want to finish messing with it before we fix it.
I-
Can we do that?
No. If you finish messing with it, then everything ends. That's game over. The whole station explodes, the four destroy it, and probably us. We can't,
Is it not
no
going to
matter what.
already be destroyed or salvaged by the enemy?
Well, it's not going to be salvaged by jack shit because the four are going to destroy it. The question is, do they do it instantly, right the second, or do they do it in like an hour?
But will they destroy it or will they use it for destruction?
No,
They'll destroy it.
no, it's we're essentially summoning Loot's prison, and it's not releasing Loot. So yeah, that's essentially we're in a nesting doll. If that makes sense.
Kind of. I mean, you mean there's layers of defenses?
Is
There's
someone
layers.
put Loot in a box, and that box got put in a box.
Yeah.
But the difference is this box keeps everything from remembering about the prison that's inside this box. And as soon
So
as
if
the
we
box is
leave-
opened, everything will remember what's in the prison that is released, including the four.
Okay, so definitely just put it back the way it was, and then I'll ignite it with the necrotic, and we'll see if that works.
Works for me.
So, what do you all do?
Shio's gonna go down here and not be in the room that's being summoned to Godslayer. She's gonna just watch from outside of the immediate summoning room. I don't want to get sucked in or
Okay.
eaten immediately.
The rest of you?
This is going to watch and observe. He's
And then
created gods before. Now he must know how he's going to handle it. Where did Shio go? Shio!
Directly across from you.
Oh, there you are.
You want to watch from over here? Is
Yeah.
it has simulated safety in my mind.
Usually
And
when
then
these
once-
things happen, big things happen immediately afterwards.
And then once
Yeah.
you put the circle back, sacred flame it again, necrotic.
Let me enjoy one more trip while I think about what he does next. Sorry, that was good. Anyway. Well, you guys already saw how big it is, so let me just get that real quick. Hold on.
Oh, I don't know if you saw, by the way, but I found his name, guys.
It's like Calicalabalops.
No, it's Aslazats.
Yeah, that thing.
Mm.
And he's totally cool, right? Like the best friend, like two best friends that anyone can have.
Oh no, I definitely only trust him as far as I can throw him, which isn't very far given his size.
Sorry. Yes. With that. Good talk. Here's the problem. You light it. Immediately, you see the same, what looks to be mirage appear briefly. I need you and anyone in the room, which I believe Wep is still, only is, and Gio said they left.
I'm still in the room, right?
Oh, you're staying in the room. Okay, sorry. Anyone
Yeah.
who's in the room has to give me wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom save?
Wisdom saving throws.
I have a +10, and all I could manage was a dirty 20. God.
Hey, sometimes we
I'm
just
gonna
get
go
there.
re-roll that.
I know for level 20 characters, you guys suck at going high.
Dude, we can't roll
You guys
above like
roll
a
like level
3.
6s.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at we got somewhere. Where's Web? Did he leave the room too?
Nope. I was just reading. I guess I got distracted.
+2, +6, -2. Love it. That's crazy.
You forget, I am a druid.
What's
Not
that?
a good one. Not a good one.
Your stats are great. You just really don't deliver.
Pretty much.
Well, your friend arrives. Huge batting. Just huge batting of the wings, filling the entire area. Each of you, not in a sense of, oh my god, this thing's dangerous. It's more like a, holy fuck, this thing is pretty fucking powerful. Not to say that you guys couldn't fight it and win. It's more like fighting it would suck to fight it right now, kind of scenario.
Right.
And you
Which
just
is why I was.
see it kind of twitching. So many godlings in this world. Such kinds I've never. I guess.
Yeah, you just
Never
can't beat
even.
that one right in front of you.
In front of me, his eyes widen. He starts to click, and it begins to bounce around the walls. Shio, I need you to give me a stealth check. As it's echoing,
While he closes the door.
you. Good luck.
I'm a lucky that.
Okay.
Slightly better.
Everyone else, give me a D100.
Go D100.
Okay.
Do.
60.
You know, Shio, when I was a younger dragon, I used to eat these things out in the void.
You are
Right
a
as he
younger
says that,
dragon.
you just see this massive grab you, Shio. Shio, you are strong. Every one of you are strong, but none of you have felt this kind of grip. And Shio, you're just like, kind of like a squeezy toy as you're grabbed, and he yanks you into the room with him. I have to move this massive tie up. Oh, actually, I don't have to. Just click you. You're dragged into the room, and he looks at you. Look at it. Yes, this one is intoxicatingly good weapons. I want you both to know that your minds are mine too. And I hear your other two captors. Let it be clear. I am a slave to no one, and you are a slave not to me. But we are united. For what I kill, its remains may be yours. And if you yearn my need, be prepared for the wrath I will ignore. With that, it just flies in what be above you guys did not exist once before. A portal of its own, going to a place in which none of you guys have seen beyond this massive wingspan. And Shio's still in the grasp.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut its hand off. The one that's holding Shio.
You're gonna,
While
how big is your sword?
I mean, it's a great sword, so
Yeah,
pretty big.
so that doesn't mean like you with a great sword could be like this, okay? So come at me, bro. It's a great sword, so what the fuck? Yeah, you like that?
Shio has
I'm
no
not
idea
weak, bro.
Seg is about to be able to do this.
Okay, no, you're right. You're right. I need big weapons, so I would like to use that giant's greatsword that Gaston said he would give to
Okay.
me and never made it into my inventory.
Yeah. You get a giant. You all of a sudden you just pull out of your fucking hammer pocket a massive greatsword bigger than you. You're like, whoa. Look. I imagine all of you guys like the illumination sign holding each other up, boom, like a domino effect, trying to hit it in the arm as Shio was being taken away. I will allow each of you to roll me a d20 with your best attack roll, whatever it may be. Your best attack roll.
My best attack roll. Oh,
Okay.
Won't consume. Oh yeah, that's about part of the course.
What?
Invisibility.
Plus 6. Wisdom.
And anyone that gets near me, we're gonna touch them too.
You vanish. Okay. Okay, the guiding ball. Wet. Vanishes. Like Homer in a bush. Seg with intention, you go to save your friend. Someone
Yeah,
who
I say,
is
how about we be
intentionally
united in not eating my friend?
there. You swing, and as you do, the massive wing bats you on the back, pushing you forward. You just hear, who mentioned consuming the godling you stated not to? As he holds him, squeezes him, and lifts him up just a little higher. Shio. He looks at you, and all of you hear this because his voice is booming. But Shio, you are directed this specific comment. Terry, as it grips you, you feel this. Give me a Constitution saving throw before we continue. He said, by the way, beef kettle cooked, bomb ass avocado oil, sea salt with a bit of pink peppercorn, and bomb as fuck. He doesn't share any with you though, but he tells you that. And then he also says, you will be the only one I spare, leaving you to vacuum the control. Do not take this gift sparingly, for your kin are not safe. Your concepts are mine to consume, but it squeezes you a little more. You feel what it could do. It can make you in a second. You honestly believe that. Whether or not it could, you honestly believe that based off of what it's doing. Its intimidation doesn't even have to roll. It is showing you its 100% truth without telling you its actual communicative summoning like name that Seg has, that he cannot translate to anyone in any other real way. As he grips you tighter, you will witness a barren world of gods, where you do not shine, but you are hidden beneath the blood of all the others. And it drops you. Whether or not you choose to fall, you can fly, hover, whatever the fuck trick and gizmo you have, Misty Step, but it flies. And within maybe I'd say 2.7 seconds, and then the portal closes. You all find yourself in a room eerily quiet because I don't think I have to say it. But you all can.
So who wants to watch it?
I don't think anything's happening anymore. I think he just kind of fucked off, actually.
When you pull it
Oh,
out, I can give you feed.
you guys don't. You don't want to know what it's doing? What
I mean, of course I know what
civilization
I know
it's
what's-
ruining?
I mean, of
Shut
course I
up.
want to know what it's doing.
Ah, okay.
I got a weird question. Does that deck disintegrate with it, even though it was part of its cards?
No, technically, you lost the deck when you rolled the talons.
So yeah, so it does delete itself. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's what you meant.
Alright.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, well, in that
I'm
case,
just wondering
we still
because I
have
saw
the black-
Luba's, and it seems to be very representative of an artifact you said don't disappear.
No, they vanish. They don't disintegrate. They vanish. The magical items disintegrate, like get destroyed, but you wish them back. And artifacts vanish, like they go somewhere else. That's what happens? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, also, but that would mean that Wet and I wouldn't lose our phylacteries, because if he
No,
loses
you
the deck with...
lost those because they were artifacts. They vanish into where I choose.
Right. Let me hear me out, though. If Talons removed the deck from his person when he drew it, then he would not have been able to draw Void.
No. The 6 cards were drawn and floating before each of you, with the deck then there.
Oh,
He already
right,
pulled
because
those
of the
things.
dice thing.
Yes.
All right, no, you're right.
They were pre-pulled, so they were already slotted. So that's why it happened that way. And then Void took yours by accident, or well, his officially by accident. That just worked out. That was a total act. That was not meant to happen. It just did in that way. Good try though. Anything else?
Yeah, what is Aslot's doing?
That dude's gone. He portaled out.
I know,
Oh,
but I'm looking at him through my orb.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys are waiting for that. Sorry. I'm waiting for you guys to do anything else. Sorry. Yeah.
I'd like to give Seg the figurine of the Silver Raven.
Really?
Yeah.
So, you're handed this figurine. Do you give any other context with?
He's valedictorian. He'll get it immediately.
He is pretty smart.
Okay. I'm gonna insight that.
Well, you could.
I'll brain link him if I have to, but this is like post.
No, I got you. I know what you're doing, but yeah, you take it, and you would know this immediately with that. Actually, with the 23, it doesn't be an argument. Said you understand that this is absolutely an artifact of such. It fits in with the lore hold vestige. It's when you find those relics that don't become dinosaurs because the DNA was not captured in it, but it is still adamant because awesome things don't. It's history. But he gives you this. You have it. Boop, boop, exchanged. Beyond that, what do you all do in a now emptied chamber of sorts? At least in this configuration.
I want
You
to
know,
find out
try more.
who
I was
he's
expecting
murdering.
you to ascend to godhood, not just unleash him.
He said, "I'm gonna just join you on the plane." He straight up never said anything about hooking him up with more power. He was like, "I would love to
That
hang out
is-
with you."
No, that is bullshit. He specifically said it's time for our final fusion.
Yeah, you guys are
Which-
now on the
and
same
I-
plane. 2 very powerful entities. He didn't threaten you. He threatened Shio that he's gonna see that he's gonna wipe the planet of all gods that would literally oppose you and Web, except him, your friend. So you're gonna have no challenges ahead of you.
That's fine.
Oh,
He's
well, that'd be
ours to
handy.
kill. He's ours to kill, not his. That's fine.
Oh, I see.
Like, this dude's not gonna
Okay.
fuck with you guys. He's
So-
gonna fuck with all of Shio's kind. But that's beyond us.
That's fine.
Sorry,
as long as it's not Shio. Shio's our claim.
We caused a god genocide. Our bad.
Again, Shio, does it not go in factor what I told you in private?
Oh no, this makes sense. Yes. Shio heard his name when Seg said it. She wants to use the crown to try to delay some of the damage that's about to happen to the cosmos. Where is it?
How?
Let's see.
You know, at least when they come around and try to do their whole divine tribunal thing, I can say I didn't do it.
Fair.
You kind of led to the circumstance. Being a bystander is just as guilty. Welcome to hell.
Nope, I was
caused
like,
but
I put 'em
didn't
in the box.
do
I
the
saw
decision.
I put them in the box.
You let them out of the box.
That's why time capsules are a thing.
I'm still a bystander as far as you know. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, Shio, which do you choose?
Intervention.
No.
Intervention.
This is mostly me asking the gods to spread word that Ascalots has been released and is actively gunning for them.
Hmm.
Just that's the request, is to spread knowledge amongst the gods that the God Slayer has returned.
You send a Hermes newsletter. Okay. D100.
Isla looks at you. You know he's only a
I'm gonna
god,
rookie
right?
that.
Oh, thank you, Iz. Thank you, Iz. You 100% answered my confusion.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
but
not like
Shio,
some
it seems-
super god.
So
yeah, but didn't a lot of gods have to team up last time to stop his rampage?
now,
No,
yes,
I put him in a box.
Exactly, he wasn't killed.
because he couldn't be. Okay. Anyways, he's a god killer that unfortunately ascended into a god and hated the fact so much that he decided that gods do not need to be existent, and he does not reverend himself as one, but many can, and that is beyond his control. Other such, like Seg, Seg, who brought him into the world in all existence and form, very literally now created a new god who did not exist in this ever. Congratulations on that.
We are
You
talented.
warn them. You are talented. You warn them, Shio. It leaves it in a sense of this kind of response. Godling, we have heard your message and we take it seriously. We will send our best scouts out to see what you claim. If the God Killer exists, we will know. And then you get like a certificate. Psh, this has been handled. God,
Receipt.
we're a bunch of assholes.
I have the receipt.
I will point at it and begin laughing. Did they blow you off?
Oh yeah, they're gonna send a bunch of squads to get massacred first.
Technically,
That's about right.
Okay, so do we get to do this dungeon now, or is this fucked and we just go home and deal with the next thing now?
I guess. We came here for one thing, but I don't even know anymore. Somebody thinks.
now, I will make it clear, Shia was right. You did suffice the Raven's call. But
Okay.
whether or not you adventure the rest is totally beyond me.
So we should definitely take a look around. I know there's some very important information here. And then I think we continue on with the overarching plan of finding Anivia, ascending, and trying to organize ourselves before the four return, and then come back here to set them free.
There's a massive write-up Shio has to do with my assistance to catch you guys up on all the fuckery that happened today.
And I barely comprehend it.
I did ask him like 5 times to rehearse it back to me, and I was like, no, you're wrong. I was like, let me correct
you get
right here.
anything right?
Be fair, it's a lot to take in. So, with that, We're going to pause you guys right here because I want you guys to discuss in Discord after we talk about this quick information on if you guys proceed through here or if you guys go back and deal with now new conundrums that are occurring. But here's a bit of information that I will help Shio explain to you all. Shio, you can start it, and when you're not certain, I will continue.
Can I implant 2 grills before
Where? What?
I like finish picking my items? I would like to use Teeth of
Oh.
Dalvir.
Okay.
I want to put 2 teeth in.
You got it.
Now a real pirate.
You got it. Cool. Claimed and called. Shio, how would you go about beginning this conversation that we had with the team?
So essentially what I learned is that the place we are currently in is like a mirror of the actual prison of the prison that Loot is in. But the prison that Loot is inside of one of our past failures. Our first failure, I think, actually. The corpse plant has evolved and mutated and grown with us, one might say. Maybe even past us.
He's picking it up.
And it consumed the prison that Loot is in. And is essentially... We gathered all, what was it, 18? 16? 16 people that we gathered upon our entire adventure to work together to seal away the corpse plant here. And if we break the seal, the corpse plant will emerge, and the memories that this prison is holding in will be released to everyone who they were taken from.
Now stop right there. Go back to the memory part. What do you recall me saying? And then I'll clear it up for the team.
So what I remember being told was that the 4 ourselves in the original battle went to wipe their memory of the prison that Loot was put in. And it worked on the 4, but they also reflected the spell back at us. So didn't cast it on the amnesia spell on us. The 4 reflected the spell back onto us. So we are afflicted by a memory loss, which is what's held in here. So like if we set them free, we will regain memories relevant to the 4, to Loot, towards our original purposes. All that
yeah, let me fill in a couple to help you out. Which I mentioned with Anivia saying that time has not passed. There is a pause, a true pause in failure, where it wasn't the Phyrexians you ever were supposed to fight. The Phyrexians, as you have heard, were always yours in control. So why were you fighting them? When truly the persons or the peoples or the things you couldn't beat were the 4. The 4 concealed Loot. You were defending Loot unknowingly at the time, but only knew the truth, with it being at the bottom of the Beowulflex and the said vault that you guys are now experiencing as a mere reflector. With that, the 4, when was like the only way for any of this to finally stop, because the war will never end, is for everyone to forget it exists. Was to make this forget it exists. But for Iz to cast that on the 4 reflected it. In doing so, everybody forgot the opposition. So because the 4 already had Loot locked away and you guys were protecting that vault, you then had a mere vault of your best failure, which ended up being the corpse flower. And in such, it is now the thing encasing Loot. So with the Russian nesting doll concept is that one big problem got captured by a bigger problem. And then you guys all canceled each other out with an amnesia casting, leaving everyone left wondering what the fuck happened. While this has been going on, an arbiter from the 4 has been terrorizing the entire battlefield, trying to reveal what was forgotten. As you guys have been uncovering your own truth as a team, one individual has been traveling through every single campaign I've ever had, and they have only been dubbed the Arbiter. And many other names, whether or not anyone has ever realized such. And that is where we are now. Questions?
Nope. I think I gleamed about what I need to from that.
Shio, did I miss any details in clarity?
Just about what loot is.
So, okay, but you didn't share that part, so I didn't want to go ahead.
Oh, right. I think you covered it. I think you encompassed all the information for that one. And loot itself is the source of creation. Like, there are no new ideas unless they're introduced by us, because we are created by loot. Like, all of us. We are like entities of motion, almost. Like, it's trying to reach out and save itself, but it can't do it the way it used to. So now it's just seeping through the holes and creating us to move the entire universe forward. The reason time stopped on Strixhaven, the reason why time stopped in the Battlefields, is because we weren't there. There was no like cosmic force of motion pushing anything forward. We are the force.
And everyone forgot about it. Until today.
Did souls vanish also?
No, they are not magical items.
I want to consume the Gorgon soul immediately.
As you do, you feel like SpongeBob at the gym, at the beach, underwater. Inflated and full, and not sure what to do with it all. What
Do I
do you
get
do?
level up? Do I get
Yeah, no, I know, I get
level
that.
up?
I get that. I know. But do you have any other immediate, like, are you trying to use any of the features that you immediately unlock, or are you just trying to gain that level ups? You get 2
If
level
I
ups.
get
to come
any
with it.
actual, I know it was like a super soul, but if I can get
Yeah,
any
you would
kind
get 2
of
full
from
level
the
ups from
Gorgon
that one.
itself, then sure. But other than
Okay.
that, it's more just
So go through the 2 level ups.
try
and
to
then let me
reclaim
know.
my power.
Yeah, you get 2 full level ups from of the Delich subclass, and then go. Let me know if there's anything that you feel like is immediately necessary. For the rest of you, as Shio goes about breaking this news and this information of such, is that this in prison, and canceled each other, and we all forgot things, and now we all remember things. And if we remember things before, we remember things, and now we're all here again. So what kind of war do we fight? Or do we attack the 4 because they don't remember yet?
Yeah.
I'm curious, from your point of view as a military individual, where do you think, as a party, as the Oracle, as technically the leader of your Dragon's Guard, the best theoretical plan should be? I'm curious.
Well, if the end goal is to beat them, you definitely want the element of surprise. But you also got to think, maybe they've changed now that they can't remember the past, just like I did.
Amen, brother. Maybe we send out a messenger first before we inflict a war.
Yeah, because it'd be kind of a dick move if we're actually the cause of why they're evil because they traveled.
I don't
back
know
in
how many
time.
times I have to tell you that we are.
Yeah, like the other reason they are mad at us because we went into their now to break their shit, so they went back in the past, fucked our shit up.
We don't
We
know
just have
too
to
much
teach
about
them. We fight for peace. Join us or die.
No, we'll have to. Oh, man. So, clear objective. We want to defeat them. In order to defeat them, we got to defeat the 4. Or is it 4? 4. What are those
It's
called?
4 right now.
No, the little prison things that we went to. What are those called? On the
Oh, the
battlefield?
prisms. Oh, the Voxes.
Oh, we
Yes.
technically solved that one already.
We solved one, but there's 2 others.
No. It just asked
Yeah.
us to solve only
There's-
one of them.
No, yeah, but he's saying that there's still 2 out there. There's
Oh.
Saluma Vera, and there's Fanthex Null.
Well,
Yep.
let's definitely memorize that we saw a pattern.
Yeah. So we got those. I also have the keys to the ancient super weapons I have. So we need to recover those so we have, super weapons.
The ship is basically undefended.
Yep.
Well, it
So,
has.
like-
Robert's been installing 2 weaponry items on it, which have maybe reached completion. Seg, give me a D100.
It may not be enough to start a war or defend ourselves. But
I'm
as
not
you
saying
said,
that, but it's better than
But-
none.
that's what I want to remind them. Is also, as you said, us having weaponry will also have other people looking at us not
Now,
so
why do you
peaceful.
do you take notes or do you
Because
just remember things? Jesus.
I just remember the important stuff.
So
I mean, I would
okay,
expect the wings to be almost done by now.
no, now they could. Now again, yes, Robert can have them completed, but Web's point comes valid. Do you guys wish to have them completed because that changes the way you're approached?
Well, we were told by Tempos that this is a lawless wasteland, and anyone who sees an undefended ship will just probably open fire on them.
Well, yes, and
they
then I
wouldn't,
made it
because
very
they would
clear
also
it
see you
would be
not
bordered.
as not a
Yeah,
threat.
undefended, yeah. But the moment you get defenses, then it is fair open fire. Are you guys ready for fair open fire? I'm not saying you aren't or aren't. I'm letting you guys decide because the moment you decide, not me.
As Seg and I would say, parlay.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want people to attack us.
What is it called? Q ship. You know what a Q ship is?
It is too soon to think about war.
What do you mean? You better start thinking about war, boy. You're in one.
Wep, you literally just
We-
tried to start the biggest one ever by continuing.
I
the
just
thing I
wanted to
told you
touch
not
a
to do.
weird fire, dude. I just wanted to touch a weird fire.
It's
That
like a
is not
modern
how it
day.
rolled.
That's
Fire.
exactly how it went. I didn't summon a demon bat god.
And unleashed it. Oh, I'm gonna become a god, guys. Okay. Fails to become a god. That valedictorian's not looking so great now, huh?
I understand you guys are
But it's
upset
not
you're covered
on
in
me.
shit right now, but
I mean, this is supposed to be like your dissertation, postgraduate work, and it's just falling apart, man.
Ah,
Oh, man.
whatever.
I'm just saying, if we prepare for war, we're also asking for war.
He could have been an immortal, unkillable god killer, but no.
So-
no. It's just
Real quick, on that point of war, how do you guys feel about playing full-on war kind of battlefields, where you guys would command the entire battlefield as a team? You guys would be in control. You guys would agree on broken up squadrons, etc. But you guys would not be your own character sheets. Your characters would be able to lead them and give them boons, but you'd be using the benefits
We
of.
could bring back the chess game,
Like essentially,
It's basically that in a way.
more set characters.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, with broken out stats, very understood clarability of
Yeah,
sheets. Yeah.
more set characters.
as
Yeah,
long
we
as I
each
get to
have
use
like
some
our
of
own
my
squadron or
spells and
something.
stuff. His druids
Sorry,
get
hold
some
on.
really good.
We got a couple good ideas. Is and Shio, one of you guys choose who goes? Is.
Go ahead.
Neither.
Yeah.
Is.
Well, I was thinking
spells.
we'll
Mhm.
be able to use spells and stuff. Because I've got remember some of the spells like my ninth level are really good for combat and stuff.
Yeah, so what
That
we
was
would
more
do is.
small scale, though, is the thing. You know, like we're not out there.
No, well, not necessarily true. The idea is that you guys are in it, but you're in the thick of it, so you're considered the swarm. And in your swarm is what you command. So you're the commander of said swarm. So if
Yeah,
the
like
swarm got wiped, you would be the last thing standing at that point.
So
But
it's
that
like
would make-
Warhammer. You're like a captain.
Yeah. But in the sense that, like, you can cast a spell, but if you cast a spell, you're not given a command. But I'll work all those things with you guys. But basically, well, maybe Iz can do 2 things because he's Iz. But, basically it'll be clarified based off of your guys' classes. And it's based off of the D&D classes. So it's not based, ironically, the Dalkirs are going to get some special features that are different. And basically it's going to be more like when things die, you could just force them to be quick vessels, but they have a time limit, or they're just body bags, that kind of stuff. Fodder. Like thickness, that kind of thing. I've been
So
thinking about it.
It's a Valkyr like specific
Yeah, there's
Boom,
there's
almost,
benefits
yeah.
that you guys. So basically, what it is I'm gonna build all you guys' character sheets differently, and you're gonna have totally new character sheets with all of your normal access to what you guys like outside of attacks, like basic attacks. Like you're not gonna crossbow or fire.
I know
It's
you
not gonna
already
be
have
necessary.
this like set up too,
Yeah,
so like I'm not
but-
even.
Your spells and stuff are going to be available because I know that Iz has things like he said, and I know that Shio has things that he hasn't mentioned, but I know Shio has things. I know that spells are a big thing, so those have never been locked down. But basically, the troops are going to follow rule sets, which are very simple. You guys are going to have very simple rules in the sense that you just can't melee. You can't say I'm going to go melee 15 people. Really simple.
I still like just from your dragon chest thing. I think it'd be really cool for a ring back of that.
Well, that's kind of what it is. Just an action. I've play tested a million times myself, but I've never.
That's what I'm
given it
saying.
enough
So
to
now
review.
you know.
And yeah, it's
more
gonna be like
live.
that. So there's an isometric feature in Foundry that ideally I want to put to use, and it'll give that full even block of vision, etc. When you're behind a crowd, what have you. And I want that to work. So I'm trying to work all that and make it all function. And
I don't know if y'all
ideally,
remember when we played the dragon chest thing, but like how you manipulated the field, but still kept position of an actual piece.
Yeah,
you
no,
guys
I think
remember
that'd
that
be
bridge?
super cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, nonetheless, that'll be that's kind of like the larger Warframe of it all. There is you guys can absolutely have in Spark of War. The idea is that you guys either manage it that way when you choose to. Imagine like an XCOM level. You can ignore it, but if you do, then it's going to be randomized. And if you address it, then it's going to be like that, objectively based. You guys got to decide how to approach
Oh
it.
yeah, are we gonna have people to lose?
For sure. Oh, you guys have tons of people to lose. Absolutely. At this point, the thing is that the battlefields is you either do or don't exist. So that's how it works. If you die out here, you're gone. There's nowhere else. I mean, now ironically, Wep and Seg could be somewhere else. They are somewhere else, but not necessarily going to get back to the battlefields right away when you appear there. You know what I mean? So that's where we play with what happens next.
Well, it could go back to your back in the day, like how you said, we had our phylacteries, whatever, but if you're born in the dirt, what are you gonna do? You're gonna fucking sit there and wait.
But everything sprouts at some time. And Iz knows all about that. So we are going to halt it there. There's a little bit of history lore drop. I'm going to do a little write-up. I'm going to ask Shio to do his own write-up of his own dictation. And I'm going to add it into mine. Like, I'm going to add in, like, it's going to be Shio's flair of his mind thought. And then I'm going to be the one interjecting with the facts. And I'll release a cool little PDF of our combined information for you guys to understand what Shio's sharing with you guys on where you all are, and how it's affecting the current circumstances. Everything is paused, but for how long you decide. And everything you do is only going to decide how much impact hits it when it unpauses. And so far, it's already stacked. So we'll discuss it. I encourage you guys to talk in Discord. I encourage you guys to look back at the recordings. I encourage you to kind of like try to pull things like, honestly, Web, when you brought up the whole thing in the past, that was a good trigger. I brought Shio and I was like, look, Shio, like, Web brought up something great. And then we really dived down. Shio kind of like brain farted on me a lot, but then he came back through on this one. He really understood it toward the end because he's been thinking about it, and I could see that. And he's still thinking about a lot of other things that a lot of you guys don't have yet. So if Shio, you want to spitball with them in the Discord, absolutely just fucking just dump it on them and see what everyone else puts together, because maybe they
Hey
know.
man, if you
more
recorded
than
what
you
we were
know.
talking about, I'd love to see
So-
you watch our process. Like it was magical.
Yeah, your guys' stuff, yes, was recorded. Me and Shio were not. So yeah, I will go back and
That's what I'm
check
saying. Yeah,
not
you're gonna be like, wow.
your mathematical conundrum. But with that mathematical
Yeah,
conundrum,
you're gonna be like,
I do hear briefly while I'm talking to Shio, is why those things changed. So congratulations, you succeeded, but you also fucked Shio in what he was trying to tell you guys not to do. All at the same time. So we are now
Well,
here.
Also, last little
in game
thing.
wise,
It was
go
beautiful.
ahead, brother.
Last little thing. I am gonna make a command decision as captain and ask Robert to install the guns, because I would rather have weapons and not need them than not have them and need them. Besides, we have.
I
big
agree with you, and I
Australian-
actually think we should go full fortress. The only thing is, as we start building defenses, people are going to be drawn to us.
I know
but then we
people
can-
with guns to steal.
Like, what are we protecting? You know?
Well, not them.
It's a little dragon.
That's Good answer. That's a good.
We're
answer.
protecting him.
Not
It's just a
them.
little dragon.
Just this thing. Shake the dragon. Ah.
Kick him. Tells the guy how he's gonna die.
We're gonna blast you now. Pew! Yeah.
What doesn't
That's
kill
right.
you will make you stronger, boys.
That's how it works in the battlefields.
And once our wings are done, nothing's gonna kill us.
Once that adamantine's put to good use,
Yep. I'm excited. So you guys will eventually be able to start with your fabrications and stuff. Just speaking about the ship things, you guys can start building like a mini fleet. It's not going to be super powerful. It's going to be mostly AI botted drones. They're going to get destroyed real quick, but when they do get hits in, that's going to take numbers down for you.
I don't know if anyone else agrees, but I think instead of a fleet, we should start working on the internal defenses.
Whatever you want. I'm just saying you could do those things. I'll go ahead and break down more features what you guys can do, and I'll add it all in to detail it so you guys have more aspects now that you have more control with rubber, what have you. A big thing I want you guys to understand. You guys are in like the no man zone. Nothing out here is man. None of you guys are man in any real sense at all. Literally, none of you. So
When we
it's
make
very,
our own
very
ship,
clear.
can we call it the Raven 2 for jokes and giggles?
Absolutely. Go for it.
No, I'm saying for the team. No, I'm asking the team, not you.
No, Raven 1 already exists. I'm just
No,
saying.
we're gonna have the Raven 2. It's the new and improved.
She was really excited to have the battleship from that painting from the dungeon made.
You have a full blueprint, yeah.
Yeah, I got the full blueprint. I could have a
We
You
have
could have a whole
a
frigate.
lot
basically.
of stuff to actually read and decipher. Like, we have a lot of potential to already start building. We just keep
Mhm.
going out.
Yeah, I think we have like 3 or 4 blueprints already that we've just collected along the way because we knew we needed to collect them, so we just shoved them into my bag of holding.
So, are these Vamsters tossed into space to get shot at, or are they like lasered
It's the
inside?
defense, the defense system.
Is you might be muted.
Oh, I'm on mute. No. I was going to, when we're on a battlefield, that'll be one of the spells. I'll just get a shit ton of Vamsters and dump it on the enemy.
Yeah, cloud of answers, the defense system.
Buzz droids.
You know what is in this study, each week I will allow you to roll 3 times, and if you roll over the necessary DC, you can create a new spell.
Oh, I'll make so many spells. That's dangerous. I love it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's make
This is why you're a problem.
And no one's stopping them. So there you have it. This is how it happens, guys. This is the proof. This is
It
the
just
pudding.
gets clearer and clearer every week.
You're in the thick of it. Yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up there. We got a lot of fun things happening in space. I'll create things to help manage things that, like, little micro stuff and what have you. Make some macros, some little things that pop up in the chat, like, hey, let's check where this is. Boop, and it'll give you guys a little breakdown. I may have someone join us, another filler. They're not paying; they're totally just hanging out, playing. So they should be super chill. I don't see them
We already
being
talked about
anything
this.
like the rest. No, this is a different. This is their friend, so it's like a mutual connection. It's their old DM, so like I'm kind of like bringing in people that I'm trying to like curve into a unique HUD. I do have a little mini bomb going, happening right now, so I'm trying to like really curve some stuff. Real quick, hold on.